Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Randomania and Final Fantasy Randomizer. It's the Spring 2018 tournament, day one. We're just getting going here. We'll have 5 weeks of the Swiss rounds broadcast right here on Randomania and our other broadcast partner, Speed Gaming. My name is Will Cleosis here in the broadcast booth, and alongside me is my tag team partner, Rainbow Poogle. Poogle, how are you tonight?
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. This is gonna be so good!
Let's take a look at our two players tonight. LordFizzleBeef, Brilliant and Insane. This is the first round of the Swiss matchups now. We have one forced party member here in the first round of Swiss. It looks like it's the fighter. So a lot of people have played this game with the fighter first off and party-based, fighter-based parties. So that shouldn't be too much of an issue. Now, Poogle, what do you think about the thief in LordFizzleBeef's party?
Well, they actually both have a thief, and looks like LordFizzleBeef has named his thief Dead, so I dare wonder where that thief is going to end up. It's probably on the floor. Meanwhile, Brilliant's named his thief Mary, so he might Dan the thief, but he might not Dan the thief. It'll be interesting to see if he decides to go with a 3-person or 4-person party on that matter.
That's right. This is a very interesting matchup that we've got here. LordFizzleBeef has taken a little bit of a hiatus from Final Fantasy Randomizer. He's returned recently. In SRL points for Final Fantasy Randomizer, he's currently ranked 27th for anyone that's ever played the game. Brilliant and Insane, very similar. He's just come back for the tournament. He took a little bit of time off as well. He's ranked 22nd in SRL points for Final Fantasy Randomizer. Brilliant and Insane also finished 12th in our most recent inaugural Final Fantasy Randomizer League. A very impressive finish, Vogel.
Oh, yeah. And a lot of times, the SRL points are very deceptive of where people are as far as their skills, so all in all, I say this is going to be a pretty good match.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, definitely, Poogle. It looks like we're going to go in here in just a moment. And, let's see.
What's also interesting is that LordFizzleBeef is going with a red mage and a black mage, and Brilliant's going with a red mage and a white mage. Now, depending on which white and black magic is available to them, say life being not available to a red mage but to a white mage, could depend on how their strategies pan out.
Correct, yeah, that's the difference. They both brought thieves. One has a black mage on LordFizzleBeef, one has a white mage with Brilliant and Insane. It's, in this case, it's exit versus warp. It is attack magic versus healing magic. And we're off. Day one, Final Fantasy Randomizer, Spring 2018. to match number 2, and we've head right directly to the weapon shop. Actually, we don't see too much. The rapier over in the white magic shop. It's life 2.
Good. Life 2 in a red mage accessible slot, which is always nice.
That's correct. The red mage can learn slot 1 and 3 in the white magic shop of Canaria. He can also learn slot 4 if he gets promoted to the red wizard. But life 2 is big for both parties because both of them have the red mage that can learn life 2. Fire 2 and lightning 2 available in the black magic shop. That is going to benefit LordFizzleBeef early.
Absolutely.
BrilliantAndInsane gets the first fight, a pack of 5 imps. He goes ahead and takes them out with Fire 2. Let's see if he goes ahead and moves on to the Temple of Fiends Revisited, or he takes the levels and goes back and saves. It looks like that's what he's going to do. Yep. LordFizzleBeef, a little bit of a different strategy. He's booking it. He's headed right to the Temple of Fiends. He's looking for those 3 chests, and he wants to take out Garland.
Looks like the first couple of encounters are relatively evenly spaced out. Nothing too long of a time between, nothing too small.
And immediately, LordFizzleBeef, after the first encounter, first he finds the bridge. He's got the bridge. So it looks like that's going to be the progression here at this point. First chest is the bridge. We'll be looking for the canoe more than likely after that. Perhaps the ship. But did you notice what he did? Very subtle. LordFizzleBeef took the thief and he put him in the front row. That means he's going to get attacked 50% of the time from melee attacks. And he named him dead. So we'll see how that shakes out for LordFizzleBeef.
I wonder how long it's going to take before we find our first really heavy-hitting, pack of enemies.
That's what we're looking for. And the zombies have poison. They've poisoned one LordFizzleBeef, but he quickly gets away. He's going to go straight for Garland. He's going to go ahead and attack him with, it looks like, Lightning 2 and Fire 2. He's going to take Garland down to rescue Princess Sarah.
Looks like Garland also had Poison Touch.
Okay. I didn't catch if pure potions were available in Canaria. That could be an issue. I know that softs are always available.
I don't think either runner went into the item shop, so I'm not sure. And that's nice right off the bat. Getting the tail from Sarah. Now they don't have to look for it.
That's right. The tail from Princess Sarah. That tells these runners a lot about the seed, how it's going to play out. And the bottle from the king. Progression item. Absolutely required to get the Oxyale to move on in the game and take out a fiend.
Cheap cabins, not so cheap houses, and definitely not so cheap softs either.
Housing market's a little expensive tonight on Final Fantasy Randomizer, Pugum. Ooh.
Also pretty cheap silver bracelets, though, which is nice.
$600 for a silver bracelet is a good early game move. You'd like to see a pro ring around that price and early, but silver bracelets are going to have to do right now.
That lovely, lovely noise of being poisoned. Ugh.
BrilliantAndInsane using the strategy of not menuing. He's not going to take that time to bring up the menu and use the pure potions to go ahead and unpoison his party members. He's going to do that when he's going to menu some other time at this point because he's going to go save and he's not going to get attacked. So subtle little move that BrilliantAndInsane's using here.
So it looks like BrilliantAndInsane is going to keep his thief alive for the time being.
Yeah, he is. It looks like he could potentially use it as a strategy to run early on. He might want to move on instead of doing any type of grind scenario. LordFizzleBeef, it looks like, is he skipping the trip to Matoya's cave at this point? He may feel comfortable with his money situation, but he definitely does not feel comfortable with Grimps having Lightning 2.
Oh, that hurts.
Okay, so Grimps don't show up too often here around Canary Castle, and on the way to Provoca, they definitely will show up, but they aren't as common. But Grimps will show up again in the Earth Cave. They'll show up around the Marsh Cave if our runners decide to head there as well.
BrilliantAndInsane heading over to the dwarves currently. There are 2 chests that he can check in there, and if we do actually have a case of lazy dwarves, then he might get lucky.
That progression item could be in there. That canoe could be in that chest, potentially. You never know. And Bicky the Pirate, where LordFizzleBeef is going, Bicky the Pirate, he could have the ship. He could have a lot of different things. He could have the cube. So we'll see what happens here. As both our runners, looks like they're going to go ahead and diverge. One's going east and one's going west.
Brilliant only finding a soft potion and an iron shield in the dwarves, so he's gonna reset straight out of there.
Yes.
And we've got Lord Fizzlebeef heading into the level 2 magic shops. Nothing super good on the white magic side. Let's see if the black magic side does us anything better.
He's got
And
the black
and
mage.
level 2 is lit 3. That is a lovely thing to have.
Having lit 3 in level 2 with your black mage can really help you a lot in this early game and into the mid game. He's going to utilize that spell a lot.
He is going straight for the pirates. Now, they are not unsafe pirates. We have very safe pirates to a degree here. So, a lot less for the runners to worry about.
That's right. Brilliant and Insane. He's going to check out Matoya, and there's the ship. Okay.
Oh.
Now, this is a move here. This is interesting. So he's going to be able to move around a little bit faster, and on the ship, when you're on the ship, you get a lot less encounters. It is the rod. It is what we talked about, Poogle. So Lord Fizzlebeef, he's got to be like, whoa, okay, probably didn't expect that to happen. He knows to go back to Matoya, so slight early advantage, I would think, for Brilliant and Insane here.
Absolutely. Considering that Lord Fizzlebeef did skip Matoya, and as he goes into the armor shop, there is a pro rings for sale in Provoca. Not at a half-decent cost either, so that's really nice.
Not too bad. Pro rings, they're called the best hand armor in the game. They protect against, I believe it's rubs, protect against other spells, and they got a pretty good absorb rating at 8. And anyone can equip them, any light warrior, any of the 6. So there's no equipment issues or constraints to them.
And Brilliant and Insane heading straight out with that ship. Gonna probably stop back in Canaria for some items before he makes his magical journey elsewhere.
Fizzlebeef has the Grimps, and right off the bat, the Grimps go right to their spell list. Casting Lightning took Lord Fizzlebeef right out. He's got to reset and walk back from Provoca, but now he's got that information. And Cremate from the Iguana!
Cremate!
Okay.
Already, everything that is purpled is not fun. We've got purple Grimps with lit 2, we've got purple Iguanas with Cremate, just not a fun time.
Again, little subtle things that are going to cost a little bit of time to Lord Fizzlebeef. And Brilliant and Insane, he's not even going to know about the Iguana, more than likely, unless he runs into them in the volcano, potentially. So that's good. It could be potentially bad, because he might not see that coming.
He'll have to see if when he runs into him. It looks like he's going to take that ship, and he's going to head over to Provoca by way of the sea.
A little bit faster, less encounter rate as well. It's incrementally faster. Look, the imps have a spell list. They've got something. Scripts, definitely. They have the dark script. They have poison. They might be hiding something else, but we're progressing into the game fairly well. We're a little bit past the 8-minute mark. I don't think it's going to matter too much past this point.
And Lord Fizzlebeef gets that ship. Not going to be too far behind. As Brilliant and Insane is going to purchase Soft, and is going to find in the Black Magic Shop that lovely Lit 3.
That's something that I like to do early. What do you think about that, Poogle? Picking up 1, depending on how expensive they are, 1, 2, maybe even 3 Softs just in case. Do you like to do that?
If I remember. I will say that's something I'm pretty bad at actually remembering to do, but I do like the move of picking up the soft spell just in case, and especially if there's not really that good of a white magic on the level 2 slot, so that you just have, in case, just something that you don't have to spend as much money on.
I'm looking into this seed right here. We've got the ship. Given that Bicky had the rod, the chances of this not being the most straightforward seed that we're accustomed, that we think we're going to see in the Swiss tournament, this could be a possibility here. There could be something hidden in Earth Cave, deep into Earth Cave, and that's why Bicky has the rod. He used to have a ship, but now he's apparently just got a rod. I don't know what happened to him. Maybe his pirates pirated him, but we're going to see what happens.
I see in the chat, though, people are slightly upset that both runners have been skipped Zap. Not all runners are as meme friendly as some. But both runners are going to pick up a couple of pro rings for their party members.
Were those 2,000 or 20,000? Those were 20,000 gold, I believe. I believe BrilliantAndInsane had 23,000 gold and spent 20,000 on a pro ring. That's how important those pro rings are. If that is what just happened, I believe it was.
I believe you're right.
So that's a pretty heavy investment. He's got the ship. He's going to head down to Elfland. We're talking level 3 and level 4 magic here. He's got a red mage. He's going to need to attack. He's got the white mage as well. So he did just spend 20,000 gold on that. So we're going to see what it is that happens here if he feels comfortable doing that. But it's worth it. He's going to protect his white mage from anything at all costs. Oh, here we go.
Odd eyes with Blaze. Ow.
It looks like LordFizzleBeef, he isn't even going to see it. He's already going to mow him down with lightning too right in the beginning. So we've got danger on land. And we've got danger in the sea. Although the odd eyes, they don't pop up too often, but there's danger. It's always lurking.
Guess you'd call it a bit of an odd occurrence?
You could call it that. I'm thinking so. We'd like to thank Randomania, Nora, OPT Lawyer. You're a restreamer tonight. Thank you very much. Did a lot of hard work on short notice as well to go ahead and get us going here on Randomania. We'd like to thank Tyrannex. He's our tracker tonight. He's doing a great job already with our brand new tracker on the bottom of the screen. Tracks our NPCs for our NPC shuffle, highlights our swords, shows all the items, the orbs. We're going to go ahead and try to get all that out there so that everyone knows and is able to follow the stream tonight and catch up on anything anyone might have missed, especially if you come late to the stream. What is that, Fade?
Level 3 Fade.
Ooh. 700 gold for level 3 Fade, along with Invincibility 2, Life, and Heal 3? That is loaded, Poogle.
That is an amazing white match, and looks like BrilliantAndInsane's just stared there going, what do I pick?
Options. Like a lawyer. Lawyers love options. There you go. Let's take a look. Oh! The vendor item is for sale in Elfland. 45,000 gold for the floater. If BrilliantAndInsane sees that, and he didn't save, he has the option to potentially reset and save that 20,000 gold. If he didn't save, but we're not sure if he did or not. So that could be an option. What do you think here, Poogle? What are you going to do? You want that floater. Well, you need the canoe to get there, so that's what LordFizzleBeef looks like he's thinking. Looks like he's going to go to Marsh Cave. Probably try to get some levels. He's got fire twos. That'll help you in the Marsh Cave a lot. Going to try to find the canoe, and probably some gold. Probably some gold and some chests.
If anything, I'd try to find the canoe, head over towards Crescent Lake area, and spend a bit grinding levels off of the peats. Because that'll give me some levels, that'll give me some gold, then head my way back over here for the floater. That'd be my plan.
BrilliantAndInsane's... BrilliantAndInsane is taking off. Is he gonna go sell that pro ring?
I don't know.
Oh, he's going to Peninsula Power. BrilliantAndInsane's he's gonna go ahead and he probably picked up some. He's gonna look to pick up some tents, some cabins. Houses are probably a little bit too expensive. He's gonna hit the Peninsula Power. He's looking for giants here in the early game. The giants are the ones that you still can take down at these low levels that give the most ratio of gold. So we got two diverging strategies. The options of the chests and Marsh Cave and Peninsula Power Grind, it looks like, for BrilliantAndInsane, unless he's going to sell those pro rings. Which I don't think so.
You might be saving in Provoca to head up to Peninsula Power.
Yep, that's what he's doing.
Meanwhile, we've got LordFizzleBeef heading over into Marsh Cave to see what he can find there.
5,000 gold already. That's a third of it. Right in that area. Well, it's a good chunk.
Scum with Stun Touch, so that'll be a little annoying, but shouldn't be the worst.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. It just slows you down and really, as you said, just gets annoying. BrilliantAndInsane is able to dodge the two Grimps and their Lightning too on his way to Peninsula Power, and that's the Giants. That might be the first encounter. That's what he's looking for, except
With
there might be a problem.
crack.
That might be a problem. Oh, the Giants bringing out Crack Earthquake. He's got set. Oh, that plan might be out the window, Poogle.
That might be, yeah. He might try to go through the encounter table a bit instead of trying to hit up giants, get something else. And Lord Fizzlebeef finding the TNT in Marsh Cave.
Poogle, that's the possibility we talked about earlier, but we already know the floater's for sale. Now what do you do? Do you head back to the bottom of Marsh, try to get some more money and buy the floater? Because turning in the TNT, I mean, it's going to open up the world for you, but right now we're looking at changing the status quo here. We want that floater. That's what we're looking to do, open up that world.
Personally? Ooh, holding that note, unrunnable shadows. Fire 2 taking quick work at them, but that's just not fun. They can get a couple of hits off, that's gonna hurt.
Was the Red Magician able to learn Fade? I didn't see that. No, was it level
recall.
3? Chad, if you might be able to help us out. Fuchsia Fantasy, was they able to learn Fade in there? No Fade?
No
Thank
Fade.
you, Maya.
Now, personally, what I would do in this situation is I'd actually take that TNT and just go run into Earth Cave, see if I couldn't get as far in there, grab some gold and some levels while I was doing it.
You'd consider making a quick dip into Earth Cave, get those first 5 chests, maybe that gives you enough money?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It looks like Lord Fizzlebeef is going to go south. He's going to go to the south in Marsh Cave. Now, Marsh Cave is not incentivized here. So, it could be anything, but there's no real absolute reason that you're going to have to go here. There's going to be no cube down here. But let's see what he finds. And he's also going to get some more information. He's going to find out if wizards are runnable, and that could help him in the future. First C in chat's actually making a pretty good point here. The airship is canoe blocked.
That it is.
So, as much as you get excited about getting the floater and opening up that world, you gotta have the canoe to get that. So, where is it? It can't be an ice cave because that's also canoe blocked.
I'm gonna venture that it's an Earth then.
It's got to be an Earth, and given that rod was given from Bicky, looks like it could be buried deep into Earth Cave. Brilliant and Insane is sticking with his strategy on the Peninsula Power. He has not abandoned it. Maya's pointing out in chat that the sages have to have the canoe. It is very highly likely that the canoe is there. It is. Not necessary. That rod from Bicky makes me question it. Makes me wonder just a little bit. What I might do is turn in that TNT, save right around Melmond, swing around as fast as I can, get the Crescent Lake as fast as I can, and figure out whether that canoe is there or not. If that canoe is there, then you have that information. If not, there's the option of resetting and sticking around Melmond.
Speaking of resetting, Lord Fizzlebeef didn't seem to find anything he wanted to keep outside of the lower part of Mars, so he's just gonna head right out of here.
Brilliant Insane's up to around 7,000 gold at this point. I couldn't quite tell what Lord Fizzlebeef is at.
Oh, Chad is bringing up a very silly point that Sarda could have the canoe. And we could have a ruby-locked seed to get there.
Sarda could have the ruby. That's potential. Ruby could be buried in the second floor of Earthgate. This is a very interesting seed. This is interesting. I in all my practice seeds, I figure I played about 40 of them. I've never had Mickey give the rod personally.
Ruby in Earth Cave is a little mean, but that is true. That still could happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but Sarda could have the canoe, exactly. And the Sage could have the ruby. A lot of different possibilities here. This is definitely not straightforward. What we do know is out of the question is the incentivized chest in Earth Cave at this point. And still without the canoe, we can't get to the waterfall. So that's out of the picture here as well. If we get the canoe next, the waterfall then opens up as a possibility, and so does, of course, the incentivized ice cave chest. And Castle Reveals opens up with the canoe as well.
That is true. Looks like Lord Fizzlebeef might be heading for a peninsula power grind of his own.
Trying to see how much money he has. I can't quite tell. He's menuing so fast. BrilliantAndInsane's been using Fade pretty strong here. He just got a couple thousand gold there. He's up to almost 12,500 to buy the floater. But again, that airship, that's canoe locked. So it's the great search for the canoe, and Lord Fizzlebeef's about to find something out, Boogle. Something's about to happen.
Yep, there's some crack. Now, where do you want the Ruby to be? 'Cause I think it would be really, really funny if Ruby were to be like somewhere in the bottom of Earth.
It might. Well, it can only be in the top, I guess you could say, half of Earth, because you would need the rod to get. Well,
we have the rod.
We have the rod.
Ruby
I've
literally
never...
anywhere on Earth. So could Canoe. This is a very interesting seed.
I don't think I've ever played one of these. And I don't think I've ever watched one. So we got a show tonight here on Randomania. We do. Chat, what do you think? What do you think about this? Do you think is the Ruby going to be required here to get over to possibly to Sarda, who might have the canoe in Sarda's cave and his little beachfront home?
Well, whatever ends up happening, by the time these winners get there, I'm sure they're going to have plenty of money for that floater.
Tyro being annoying, poisoning Lord Fizzlebeef's Light Warrior party. He's attacking with Lightning too. We'll see how many hit points this Tyro rolled. But Lord Fizzlebeef definitely wants to take down this dinosaur for definitely that experience and certainly the gold as well.
Anyone who is on Team Tyro, please don't look. This Pure is coming in a decent amount of handy.
And there's that four Zombo encounter on Lord Fizzlebeef's side that BrilliantAndInsane has been using to his advantage. 18,000 gold it looks like for Brilliant. He's gonna go ahead and head out of the Peninsula Power. I didn't catch his levels.
It looks like he is going to head somewhere or other. Hopefully not get murdered by an iguana.
Yeah, he did just save as well, so had he... But there's your Zap, chat, that you wanted so much. BrilliantAndInsane brings out the Zap. The Time Elemental takes out the iguana.
So where is BrilliantAndInsane going to go? Now, he hasn't hit up Marsh Cave yet, so he still doesn't have the TNT.
Right, Lord Fizzlebeef's got an advantage there. He's got the information and the item.
I think Brilliant's only real main option to go to is to go get that... is to go into Marsh now, so...
Split punched in chat, bringing up another possible scenario that the crown is out there. Does the Circle of Sages have the crown when you whip back around to Crescent Lake with the TNT and the ship? And then that opens even more possibilities.
Oh no! How horrible are we trying to beat our runners tonight?
Day one, and this is only day one. We got 5 weeks of these Swish tournaments right here on Randomania and our other partners, Speed Gaming, have insanity like this. I can't wait for this, but I'm so excited for this tournament.
I'm so excited to find out where the seat. Oh no, chat, that is mean.
Forzondo.
Chat, that is mean.
Forzondo.
A key-locked Marsh Ruby. Why would you even say that?
Forzondo, we have seen the key-locked floater in Marsh a few times, but a Ruby? Oh, Maya.
I can't even with that. I'm sorry, I just can't.
Okay, Brilliant Insane's filled out his magic. It looks like he's got what he's won. He's still got 13,000 in gold. Is he going to Marsh?
Looks like he's going to Marsh.
He is going to Marsh. So, 2 diverging paths. 1 east, 1 west. We're right in the middle right now. We'll see if they come back together at some point. Probably, maybe even right around turning in the TNT. That would be what I would think, within a minute or two of each other. Depends on how satisfied Lord Fizzlebeef is with the money that he gets and the experience, or if he has any struggles. It looks like he figured out very quickly how to avoid those giants, just like Brilliant and Insane did.
That's always good.
Speaking of great matchups, we've got a great one coming on Saturday, June 2nd, coming up here in just a couple days on our other broadcast partner, Speed Gaming. It is number 6, Fuchsia Fantasy versus number 7, Split Punched. When the pairings came out for the first round of this Swish tournament, that's the one I wanted to watch. If there's only one match you're able to watch in this Swish tournament for this week, it's that one. It is going to be a barn burner. Split Punched, I think he's around here right now, is no joke. He knows his game very well, and he is excellent at it. Fuchsia Fantasy is Take No Prisoners. That will be Saturday, right on Speed Gaming at 8 p.m. Eastern.
Of course Split Punch is around. He's the one offering the terrible ideas that the seed might have for our runners.
And you listen to him?
They're entertaining, I'll give him that.
Okay. That is the match to watch, in my opinion. Number 6 versus number 7. 2 great players. Speed Gaming, 8 p.m. Eastern. Be there. We're nearing in on the 30-minute mark right now. We don't have a lot done. We've got some interesting things going on. A lot of different ways this seed can play out. For a quick recap, as Brilliant and Insane picks up his TNT and now realizes what Lord Fizzlebeef found out earlier, and is now going to go through all the options that we've been talking about. The King gave us the bottle. Princess Sarah, after being rescued, gave us the tail. Vicky gave us the rod. The bridge was found in the Dwarf Cave. The TNT down in Marsh. And the ship was given to us by Matoya.
Bridge was found in the first chest of Temple of Fiends.
Oh, Temple of Fiends, excuse me, thank you.
Let's see if Brilliant and Insane is going to just take that TNT and leave, or if he's going to save and then dive down into the bottom of Marsh.
I think he's going to dive down looking for maybe the canoe or something, some sort of hope.
Well, here's the thing, the Marsh isn't incentivized.
It is not, no. You're not going to see a lot of Marsh dives in this Swiss flag set. I don't think so. In all my practice runs, I think I went in there twice, and it was a seed like this, where I felt I had to.
Does look like he is going to go down into there, though, see what he can find on the bottom floor.
Split
Now,
Punch is...
my question, did Lord Fizzlebeef get all of the chests down there, or did he just see that the mage chest didn't have much left? I don't remember him grabbing everything.
I don't think he did. I'm not 100% sure, but I don't think he did. But we're definitely going to find out what's going on here on Brilliant Stream.
Ooh, unrunnable gargoyles, that's just mean.
Split Punch is mentioning in chat, he has no idea who's leading. And neither do I. Is there a lead? Is there an advantage? They've got the same items. I can't quite see their levels at this point. I think we got a pretty neck-and-neck race, Poogle. I think we do, right at this point in time.
Honestly, whoever's going to end up being in the lead is the person who ends up getting out of the grind zones, out of Marsh, and just decides to go. Like, take that jump and into Earth, over to the stages, just somewhere.
I think it might be the crown. I think the crown might go to the Circle of Sages. There's so many different options. I know Brilliant and Insane is thinking about them, all of them right now. Brilliant and Insane spends a lot of time with myself and Poogle in playtesting with our development team, and he's always thinking. So I know he's putting together some sort of cockamamie plan, I'm sure.
Oh, I have no doubt of that. Looks like Brilliant checking his money count, and I didn't quite see how much he was at. Looks like LordFizzleBeef is done with his Peninsula of Power grind. It'll be interesting to see where he goes next.
We'd like to remind you that our polls are open. We've got multiple polls for the spring tournament. We've got the mascot poll. Which lizard will it be? Will it be the Agama, the Iguana, or the Saria? We want to find out what the best endgame sword for the night is. Is it the Vorpal? Is it the Mazmoon? Is it the legendary Excalibur? Links are in the chat right now. Get out there and vote and tell us what it is that you think is the best endgame sword, and tell us who you want for the 2018 Spring Tournament mascot.
Alright, someone is asking in chat what the incentivized are. Currently, the incentivized locations are the main NPCs, Ice Cave, and Ordeals. And the only incentivized item that is not a required item is the tail. So, all of the incentivized locations currently, aside from the main NPCs, we can't get to without the canoe, because Ice Cave and Ordeals are the other ones. That leaves us with very few options.
I've got the next. It's got to be the canoe. Next big one. I mean, yes, it could be the crown, but if it's the canoe, it opens up the waterfall. It opens up the ice cave, the plethora of chests in the armory, and a fiend and carry that's beatable, especially with the level grinding that we have going on. Whatever route divergence that happens here might decide this seed. It might. If you go the wrong way, it could cost you. If the other runner goes the right way.
Looks like LordFizzleBeef is leaving, as is Brilliant, so we're gonna have to see what happens now. Looks like LordFizzleBeef is going to head over towards the dwarves now, because he hasn't checked that yet.
That's right. He's going to turn in his TNT. He's going to blow that bridge open too. Or he's going to blow the canal open, get that bridge, and we're going to find out where he goes. Some counter manipulation from Brilliant and Insane. Again, a very subtle move. Look what he just did. He took about 3 seconds, made the whole run all the way back to plan, make it nice and easier on himself, moved him forward to progress him in this game. Very good. For anyone that wants to learn a little bit more about Final Fantasy Randomizer, what Brilliant and Insane just did is a great showcase.
LordFizzleBeef getting that canal. And I think he's gonna go check out some stuff.
This is what we talked about earlier, Poogle. Let's see. LordFizzleBeef is going to go ahead and go through the canal about 33 minutes and 20 seconds into this game. Right now, Brilliant and Insane is on his way to do the same exact thing. So it's going to be about a minute. Within a minute of each other, these two diverging routes have culminated. Now they're going to diverge again, and we're going to see what happens. It looks like he's going to Crescent Lake, Poogle? Is that what it looks like?
That would be my guess.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what is the Circle of Sages going to give our runners? It's gonna determine a lot of where they end up going after this. And LordFizzleBeef, on his way out of Elfland, did have enough money to buy the floater.
What do you
whenever
think?
he gets his canoe, he's going straight down there.
What do you think, Poogle? What's the sage got?
I want to say crown. I want to see it be rather funny.
Yep, I'm going with the crowns for Zondo, and chat's calling for the cube. It is the canoe.
It is the canoe. Which does mean that LordFizzleBeef is going to get his floater almost immediately afterwards as well. Meanwhile, Brilliant and Insane is gonna go for Melmond and see what the level 5 magic is that he can get.
That's right. One of our runners does have the floater. It is LordFizzleBeef. He did go ahead and purchase that from Elfland, and now he's got the canoe. I was really hoping for that crown. I think so was Chad. They were hoping for some stuff a lot more demonic, but
oh well.
LordFizzleBeef upgrades a little bit to some peed grinding action here. They call them EXPeeds. They are fantastic for experience. They can really do a lot of help to your Light Warrior party, as taking out those 2 peeds brings LordFizzleBeef up to level 14 across his party.
It looks like Brilliant and Insane's heading down for Earth Cave. Now, do we think this is going to be a dive, or do you think he's going to go straight through the whole thing?
Ooh. Brilliant and Insane elected not to buy the floater at this point. He's gonna go to Earth Cave. Well, maybe he just checks the first floor.
Maybe.
It's possible that, and then he might just head to Crescent Lake. That's a common strategy that's been used before. He did save outside Earth Cave, because he's gonna do I'm gonna check it if I don't want it, go back to the beginning of Earth Cave and move on. So he didn't save back at Melmond or anything like that. And there's 11,000 gold. So that's going to help.
I think he's keeping that.
Yeah, he's gonna walk that out. And we have it. We've got the airship. The status quo has changed for LordFizzleBeef. He heads directly to Gaia. He's going to turn that bottle in right now. He's going to check the armor shop as well. And he's going to get that Oxyale and open up his options even more.
Which does mean that Sea Shrine is now open to him as well. The only thing we're missing on that account now is the slab, so we can get into Mirage Tower. So right now, LordFizzleBeef can visit 3 out of the 4 dungeons and fully complete them.
That's correct, and we got the 2 incentivized locations left as well that he can both get to. 3. The Ice Cave, Castle Ordeals, and the Waterfall.
Looks like he is going to go check out Cardia Islands for their lovely, lovely free chests.
Progression-wise, we've got about 3 items left. The crown, we need the Mystic Key. The loot for Temple of Fiends Revisited. We need the cube, we need that to get in the Sky Castle.
Ooh, Vorpal on LordFizzleBeef's side.
And of course the slab. Those 4 items. The slab, the loot, the cube, and the crown with 4 incentive locations left. We got Sarda, the Ice Cave, Castle Ordeals, and the Waterfall. That's what we're looking at right now. We've narrowed the gap a little bit on where this seed can basically go.
Those dragons are acting like cats, as per usual, and LordFizzleBeef finding the Adamant. That's going to be really nice, especially since he does have the tail. That's going to be a really nice turn-in for the Excalibur for his fighter.
The Excalibur, an option in the Final Fantasy Randomizer polls of the best endgame weapon for the night. Oh,
And the Masamune! Oh, Cardia Isles paying off big time!
Oh, the Mazmoon comes out of the Cardia Isles along with the access to Excalibur, and he's got the tail to go ahead and class promote. He's got... His thief is going to turn into a ninja. We're talking about access to black magic, levels 1 through 4, anything that he wants that's available in there. His black mage is going to have black magician. I think LordFizzleBeef has opened up a little bit of a lead here. Google.
I agree. I'm not quite sure what Brilliant and Insane is doing right now. LordFizzleBeef is getting his items and armor all set up in rounds. Brilliant and Insane might be going back to full clear Earth?
I'm just not sure.
I'm not certain either.
Either way, it looks like Lord Fizzlebeef is going to go ahead and head to the waterfall location for that item, that incentivized item. He may try to route this together with the Sea Shrine. He's got his Oxy Ale, so he's going to probably try to do those two things at the same time. So we'll see how he feels about the levels and the equipment on his Light Warrior party. I think that's why he was checking his armor situation to see if he feels comfortable with going after Kraken.
That would make a lot of sense. He's gonna go into the waterfall. Let's see how badly things are gonna hit him in here.
While Lord Fizzlebeef winds through the waterfall, we'd like to remind you that Friday, June 1st, that's this Friday, 9 p.m., right here, 9 p.m. Eastern, on the Randomania family of channels, we've got a battle of former broadcast partners, Papa Fawise and Triton GL. They're going to turn around, they're going to take their headsets off, and they're put their microphones down, they're going to drop the gloves, and they're going to go at it as they were former broadcast partners on the first Final Fantasy Randomizer tournament. That's right here on Randomania at 9 p.m. on Friday evening.
That's gonna be one heck of a show. A lot of these matches are gonna be one heck of a show.
Oh, they are fantastic. I can't wait to play, and I cannot wait to see Split Punched and Fuchsia Fantasy. That's a couple of heavyweights right there. That's the main event for me. I can't wait. I would pay to see that match.
That's gonna be pretty good. And looks like Brilliance has gotten his floater as well. So hopefully that does drive him over to the Circle of Sages to get his canoe. Looks like that's what he's doing.
Lightning 2 from the Wizard Mummies. Doing some damage, but Lord Fizzlebeef's got some good levels. His ninja's been taken out. His name is dead.
And he is now dead.
And he is now perished. That is correct.
Well, perish no longer, because apparently he's going to be kept alive for now.
How'd he do that, Poogle? How did he resurrect him?
Life 2.
That's a pretty good spell.
Pretty good spell.
Yeah. Wizard Mummy's firing off another lightning too. Doesn't look like the mummies have blazed this seed, Poogle. Do you remember that from quite recently? For those of you that might have missed it or don't know, myself and Poogle went head to head just hours ago, really, and mummies got us pretty good with Blaze, and there was a lot of them.
Oh, that was bad.
Yeah, we had a tough time with the mummies. You never know when that's going to pop up. Damage poison can pop out of nowhere here in Final Fantasy Randomizer.
Anything can pop out of nowhere in Final Fantasy Randomizer, including giants with Quake. Crack. Point is, BrilliantAndInsane getting his canoe. Looks like he's gonna save and get his floater as well, getting his airship.
A question in
straight down for that.
A question in chat from Poxy. What does it randomize? A whole lot of things. If you see the tracker on the bottom, it's brand new, shiny, and beautiful, and nice and bright. The NPCs are on the right side of each player. It randomizes the NPCs and the items they give you. All the treasure randomized. Lots of different things. Enemies, enemy spells, enemy scripts, enemy status attacks. An enemy status attack is often misunderstood. An enemy status attack is stun touch, death touch. They touch you and all of a sudden you're poisoned. They touch you and all of a sudden you're paralyzed and you can't move. That's all been randomized. Remember when you played it as a kid and you always go to the marsh cave and you would get attacked by shadows and they would always ambush you? Well, someone else has that right now. It could be imps. It could be iron golems. You don't know. So there's a lot of things that have been randomized, Poxy.
Sarda giving the crown, so that is one more item that is not going to be put in some very awkward location. Now, luckily for us, the items that are given by Fetch Quest NPCs, the crown, the crystal, the herb, they're not randomized in this, so that's always nice.
BrilliantAndInsane's going for the loot. The defense sword, that's huge.
And the Bane Sword!
Bane Sword, Bane strats, potentially against Tiamat. Very, very good. Odds are he'll head towards the Cardia Islands now. You know what that means. We're talking Mazmoon.
We're talking Mazmoon, we're talking Vorpal.
Mm-hmm. End game weapons. There's all of them there, essentially, and there's literally a debate going on about them, and there's polls out there about which is the best one, but yet they're all considered end game weapons. They're all going to be available to both players real quick.
Ooh, Hydra's having Stone Touch. That's not fun.
Fuchsia Fantasy's pointing out in chat that the death touch and such can be shuffled to even bosses. We actually had one on stream somewhat recently. It was about 6 weeks ago or so, if I remember correctly, when Carrie, the Fiend of Carrie, had death touch and just started taking out runners left, right, and center.
That sounds awful. Holy heck.
Did LordFizzleBeef skip the Titan's Trove?
I didn't say.
It looks like he... chat, did he skip that? Because the defense sword is in there. It looked to me like he did.
Well, he's gonna go and punch Astos in the face.
It's one of my favorite pastimes as a kid was taking out Astos, that kindly old king.
Kindly. Sure. BrilliantAndInsane getting his tail turned in so that he can now have his party being upgraded.
Now that we've got the weapons and we're class changed, if we're starting to think endgame, we want to think a little bit about armor. Opal bracelet. Gold bracelets can be for sale. Maybe the white shirt, the black shirt. But there's 3 things out there that are probably the most important of all, and they're ribbons. We have not seen a ribbon yet.
And the ribbons can be in any chest, basically anywhere.
They can be in the Temple Fiends Revisited themselves, buried on the fire floor behind Carrie.
Oh, that's just mean.
I've found them there. Fuchsia Fantasy found one there somewhat recently. So it could be, if we don't find one in the next, let's say, 20 minutes or so, it might behoove a runner, maybe even both of them, to take a look at the Locked Dwarf Cave. There's a good dense chest density there. The Armory and Volcano. They'll probably stop off to that anyway, and definitely want to take a look at that at least one ribbon rule that a lot of us players have.
Looks like, speaking of armories and whatnot, LordFizzleBeef is going to go around, check the key locked locations. He's checking Astos' castle now, though it's not really paying off for him.
There's nothing there. He's going to go ahead and walk it out. It's a pretty quick walkout. No need to reset or save outside. And he is going to do the Dwarf Cave. So let's see what's in there. He's got a knight.
Some wolves at him at the door.
An ambush of wolves.
He's also going to turn in that adamant for the Excalibur for his knight.
Great routing here by LordFizzleBeef, turning in the adamant at the same time that he checks the chest.
See what the dwarves give us.
Is there a ribbon in here? That could make a lot of difference in the upcoming run if we're going for the Fiends, going through Ice Cave.
Nope.
Not much, Boogle.
There's a couple calls in chat for selling Excalibur. What are your takes on that?
If you don't have a knight, sell it off. It's a legendary sword. Let it go. Let someone else enjoy it. Create more jobs. Stimulate the economy.
I got nothing in response to that.
LordFizzleBeef is routing in, getting his spells. Remember, the ninja gets any black magic he wants, levels 1 through 4. And the knight gets all of level 2 white magic and a limited selection of level 1 and level 3. So he checks.
You alright there?
Yeah, I'm all good.
Okay, good. Something that the knight can get is life 2 at level 1, which is always nice to have.
That turns your knight into a potential damage dealer / and that's a pretty good combination for the end game, need be.
Looks like Lord Fizzlebeef is gonna get all of his shopping done out of the way here as well. While Brilliant and Insane is gonna finish up getting that Mystic Key.
Something subtle again. It looked like Lord Fizzlebeef picked up a house or two right there. We'll see how he
Considering
utilizes
that all
those.
of the money that they've gotten,
Oh, Aegis.
that's a nice pickup.
We were just talking about armor, and up popped the Aegis shield. Love to have the dragon armor as well. Ice armor is out there. Flame armor is out there. That's equipable by the ninja. So if you were to get the dragon armor and already have the ice, you don't have to drop it this time. You can put it on the ninja. That'd be a lot of help, a lot of elemental resistance towards the end game.
Looks like Lord Fizzlebeef is about to do some more shopping. He might go and grab one last pro ring. Oh no, he's gonna go get some magic for his knight. Gonna pick up Lit 3 for his ninja as well. Let's see, where are these runners gonna go? They have basically everything they need in order to hit all 4 of the fiends right now. But it looks like Lord Fizzlebeef is going to make sure that he has every keylock chest looked at before he goes and starts diving dungeons.
Right, and the question is, what is he going to do first? I would think, since he's on I'm going to check the chest kick, I would think the volcano, the armory, straight to carry, and then consider the 2 incentivized locations, 3 incentivized locations of Ordeal's ice. Waterfall. Pretty even match here. They're going along a very similar path.
Now we still need to find the loot and the slap.
Notice Brilliant and Insane. He checks Northwest Castle, goes directly to Dwarf Cave. Same route that Lord Fizzlebeef took just a little bit ago. So maybe Lord Fizzlebeef has a little bit of an edge here, perhaps. Question from Ultimate in chat. Are the parties randomized or do the players choose their own? It depends on the flag set. Here in the Swiss tournament, one Light Warrior's force. It's right in the middle of your screen toward the bottom. It was the fighter today.
Considering that, however, both runners did choose to willingly bring along a thief. And despite Lord Fizzlebeef's naming of the thief dead, he's actually gotten pretty good use out of it.
He is, definitely. There's Ice 3 right there for him. Quad X for 500 gold. It's a pretty good bargain, I think.
Now chat bringing up that Brilliant and Insane is technically 1 waterfall check behind. So it looks like he's also picking up a bunch of spells and whatnot for his party. Now, where do you think they're going to head up first as far as dungeons are involved? They can't go into Mirage yet, but between the remaining 3, what do you think they're going to go into first?
With Warp at level 6 right there for Lord Fizzlebeef on the Black Wizard, I would go straight to Ice Cave and knock that out. I wouldn't do anything else, and I would take that incentivized chest, and I would get out of there and move on.
Looks like that's exactly what he's doing.
Mm-hmm. After that, I'd probably do Ordeals, get those things out of the way, and then just go after those fiends and try to end this thing. That would be my long-term plan.
How many chests would you start checking until you found a ribbon, or would you not stop checking chests until you found one?
Only I would think the density. The armory in the volcano. If that didn't work, the Mirage Tower. I would think that there's got to be one in there. I would plan it that way, and if there wasn't, I'd go to Plan B, which is probably the same as Plan C, which I wouldn't know what it is. How about you, chat? Do you guys have a 1 ribbon rule? Would you do something similar to that? Or knowing the weapons and you've got some armor, would you go ahead and attempt to move forward. Maybe just check the really, really easy ones on the way, like the vampire chest.
LordFizzleBeef not counting his levels properly and not having a warp charge yet for his Black Wizard. So he's gotta go do this the long way. Looks like he is gonna go check those chests since he is here. Maybe that'll pan out for him, maybe it won't.
We got 6 chests on the lower side here. Maybe there's that dragon armor in there. Perhaps ice armor, flame armor for his ninja to make this trip worthwhile, considering he doesn't have the charges.
Brilliant and Insane going and checking the armory in the volcano.
Not too much yet. A lot of money and an ice sword. There's a flame armor that we talked about.
For here, that'll be really nice.
Yeah, he's got both flame armor and ice armor for his top 2 light warriors. Not what he wanted. Black shirt,
That's
he'll take
not
that.
bad.
Though. He'll take the Ice 2 casting black shirt. He can't equip it. He does not have a black wizard at this point. He'd probably like to have that equipable, but it's going to give him an Ice 2 shot for really anyone that he wants. Unlimited shots of it. So, and that'll help here in the volcano as well. That's a pro cape over there for LordFizzleBeef.
That's not bad.
Very good for one of his mages, yes.
Now, what do you think is going to be in the incentivized chest? The loot or the slab?
Here in Ice Cave, probably the slab. That's what I'm thinking.
Meaning that Ordeals is going to have the loot.
Yep, that's what I'm thinking. And if it is the slab, because I would prefer it to be the slab, because I would attempt to route in, heading to Ordeals next, but translating the slab on my way there. It's a little bit out of the way, because if the slab does end up in Ordeals, then you kind of got to double back, and that's what LordFizzleBeef is probably going to take into account at what point he wants to translate that slab, if it is in the Ice Cave.
Now, you think... And if I were doing this, I'd grind a bit on the eye, get some levels up. The Dragon Sword being a nice find, especially having to do this. Let's see what this incentivized chest gives us.
And not much in the Ice Cave other than the required loot or slab that's going to pop up here. Did a bit of pro cape. That eye didn't look too strong. And it is the slab. LordFizzleBeef gets ambushed by a bunch of undead that are causing trouble with glare. They've taken out his knight, but he's got a lot of spells to back it up after the ambush.
Oh, a lot of stun lock in here, though.
LordFizzleBeef's able to get out of it fairly easily. He's up to level 16, so that's where he's at on his 2, on the Black Wizard, certainly, and the Red Wizard as well. BrilliantAndInsane's Thief is down here in the volcano. But he resurrects him with life too. He's going to go ahead and he's going to hit up the Red Dragon chest. He's going to move on, and we're going to look to get our first orb lit here by BrilliantAndInsane. He's looking to light the fire orb.
That will be our first orb at roughly an hour in.
Oh, he's going to skip it. Okay. He's going to go ahead and skip the Red Dragon chest.
He is not going to go skip the Agama chest tower. Well, not chest, but skip the hitting an Agama that happens to pop up.
Right, he still gets the Agama fight. There's a couple of interesting fights here on the last floor of the volcano right before Carrot. You've got red giants that can ambush you and do some damage, fires that can sometimes be unrunnable, and that can cause a lot of trouble for a lot of people right before they get to Carrot that they don't plan for. Was that an X for sighting?
That was an X for sighting.
BrilliantAndInsane has been working on these X for strategies in our practice rounds. He attempts to strip away the defenses of Carrie, making her susceptible to spells like Brack, Zap, Stop, anything that he can. Carrie herself is susceptible to status attacks. Confuse. That's something that I use oftentimes against Carrie to go ahead and take her off. But BrilliantAndInsane makes quick work of Carrie, and we've got our first orb lit, the Fire Orb for BrilliantAndInsane.
About an hour and a minute in. Now where is he? Looks like he is gonna go straight for Earth Cave now. So he's not gonna go into ice. He's just gonna go straight down here instead.
Yeah, he's attacking the dungeons. He'll make sure he'll have, charges of most everything that he'll need, whether it's exit. I don't think we've seen exit yet.
I don't think we have either.
No. And Warp was in Crescent Lake at level 6 in a non-red wizard learnable slot, if I'm not mistaken. I believe the red wizard can only learn slot 1 in Crescent Lake at level 6. So that's not Warp.
Got LordFizzleBeef in. Castle Ordeal is going for that last incentivized item that we know to be the loot. Oof, and unrunnable gargoyles.
Gargoyle fights can be a little bit annoying, especially in the early game. They can hit... If you're low on armor, they can... Just flat out annoying, but the use of the black shirt from BrilliantAndInsane that he picked up in the volcano, go ahead, it would just wipe him out.
And LordFizzleBeef using that one charge of Warpino has 2 great effects in Castle Ordeals.
That tracker's starting to light up down there, Boogle. We're getting through a lot of it. We're definitely getting there. We'd like to thank Tyrannex again. Thank you very much. He's doing our tracking tonight. It's the first time he's ever done it. He's doing a bang-up job, so thank you very much for doing that. We'd also remind you that Tyrannex has a match coming up right here. He's in the 2018 Spring Tournament. It's at 2 p.m. Eastern on Saturday, June 2nd. That will be right here on Randomania, on the Randomania Network family. And good luck to you, Tyrannex.
And BrilliantAndInsane finding the opal bracelet, which is a lovely thing.
Was that in the far chest, Poogle? Or was that in the kind of near one?
I believe that was in the far chest.
Ooh, that's a big pickup. That's a chest that a lot of people skip. Also, that defense sword. He's got the defense sword. I don't think LordFizzleBeef went to the Titan's Tunnel for the defense sword.
I don't believe he did either.
Yeah, that's 2 pretty important items, if you ask me, with the defense sword casting that ruse spell that can be so valuable in a tough battle against a fiend.
LordFizzleBeef is going to get this bundle of chests in Ordeals and get the loot from the incentivized chests. He now has all of the items necessary to go into Temple of Fiends Revisited and beat this game.
What time is it, Poogle, for LordFizzleBeef? About that time. You check your watch?
What time is it?
It's go-mo time. What do you think?
I think it's go time.
It's go time. Let's see how LordFizzleBeef goes ahead and routes this. I don't think he's translated the slab, so that'd be something that he works in at some point very soon. And we are just past the hour mark. We're about an hour and 4 minutes. Let's go ahead and recap where everything was real quick right now. The kindly king, the very trusting king, had the bottle. Princess Sarah was saved. She gave the tail. Bicky, the pirate, gave us the rod. Hidden in the ice cave was the slab. In Castle Ordeals, we just saw it. It's the loot. The Circle of Sages has the canoe. Sarda, with his waterfront cave, had the crown. And the robot in the waterfall had the cube. So it's a fairly straightforward seed as far as where the item locations were. And we've gotten there. We have 1 orb lit from BrilliantAndInsane. That's the fire orb. And that's where we're at right now, at the 104-minute mark.
We have not found any ribbons on that account. So now it's just a rush to see who gets everything dead first.
White shirt.
And the vampire guarding the white shirt. That's always a nice thing to see.
That's going to be something more than likely LordFizzleBeef is going to get. So, advantage-wise, for having the white shirt would be that he can equip it. He gets, I believe it's fire resistance and time. I'm not sure, but extra resistances are on that white shirt as well, unless he wants to use the opal bracelet. But it opens up more options, as now he gets a pro ring. So Earth Cave is given some pretty good armor options here to fill out what the runners are going to need or feel to figure out how they're going to do the Temple of Fiends Revisited.
Now, considering both runners did their grind on the Peninsula of Power earlier...
Uh-oh.
Oh no! I was about to say, I doubt that they're gonna do any form of grinding later on, but that is not good.
Gaze and damage poison from the Geist and the Frost.
Ah!
BrilliantAndInsane is struggling. He's stun locked.
That's awful.
Brilliant's going to try to fight his way out of this. There comes Frost again. No ribbons to protect against the Frost or the damage poison.
He's got...
The Mage Staff and its Fire 2 bails out BrilliantAndInsane. A very inconspicuous fight. You don't see this coming. It comes out of nowhere. Could have hurt his entire run here. But BrilliantAndInsane gets out of it. He's going to heal up, and let's see what he does.
Considering he's got life 2 on that night, I don't see this being an issue. Looks like he's just gonna run through it, though.
He's nervous. He might see another one of those encounters. BrilliantAndInsane is a master at the encounter table. He's very good. He might think another one of those encounter groups is coming as well. He might go try to burn off a couple encounters, or he might just move on. And he's going to go ahead and move on. Maya pointing out in chat, yes, he does have life too, but it starts at level 15, and every other level thereafter is when the knight gains a charge. So he's got it. He just didn't happen to have the charges quite yet. He probably didn't see this coming, and I didn't see that one coming either.
Oof. Which case, he does look like he's gonna go try and two-man lich. This is gonna be interesting.
He's got the weapons. He's got the defense. I think he'll be okay. I would definitely go after this.
Yep, he's going after Lich.
Here we go. BrilliantAndInsane's just gonna bring it to Lich. Lich fires out Dark. An easy sky.
Not like it matters.
Oh, see you later, Lich. LordFizzleBeef with his Fire Orblet, he's got 1. BrilliantAndInsane pulls ahead in the Orb category with 2. He's got his Earth Fiend.
Looks like he's gonna go revive his party on that account. Because, well, ow.
Closing in at an hour and 10 minutes in seed. Again, still no ribbons. We want that for... definitely BrilliantAndInsane wants it for his White Wizard, for sure. And I would think the Red Wizard for LordFizzleBeef with that Life 2. Or the Knight, actually, with the Life 2 as well. He wants 2 of them. Or he wants all 3 of them, probably.
Ooh, Saber and Temper, both for things that... For both level 6, so that does pose an interesting problem.
And Brilliant, he doesn't have the loot of the slab yet. But he should be able to knock that out fairly fast. Let's see what it is that he wants to do. It looks like he's going to head to Ice. Yeah, he's going to knock that out. He's just going to get that incentivized chest and get out of there.
He doesn't have Warp, though, so... Well, to be fair, LordFizzleBeef did not go through Ice with the option of using Warp. BrilliantAndInsane doesn't have that option at all.
Right. I don't think we saw anything too dangerous in Ice Cave from what I remember. There are, in the trap tile, which he's probably going to have to go through twice, there are options of Geist Inspectors in there, if I'm not mistaken. It's usually the ghosts, it's usually the images and the wraiths. But if I'm not mistaken, there are those undead in that formation.
So long as his white mage doesn't get hit, I don't think he'll have a problem.
And he's got the information. He knows it could potentially be coming.
Absolutely. Oh! Glare coming out of the ring, too.
LordFizzleBeef might... there's damage poison from the Spectre. Oh, he got away. LordFizzleBeef gets away, so now he's got that information. So he can... But he gets to strike first. He gets an entire pack of the undead that had been by far the most dangerous enemies in this game so far. And he gets to strike first, and he gets right out of it.
Oh, that's nice. And BrilliantAndInsane getting to check the 2 chests that LordFizzleBeef did not, because he knows he doesn't have any warp charges, so he's gonna go to the chest separately.
We'd like to welcome Zar to chat. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for coming in. We would like to tell you that the Cardia Islands house the Masmoon, the Adamant, and your precious Vorpal. So the 3 endgame swords that we're in a debate about, that we have the poll out there to figure out which is the best endgame sword, we're all in the Cardia Islands.
Meanwhile, defense was with the Titan. And to answer your question in chat, Spot Punch, the reason why Ice is being done now by BrilliantAndInsane is because he has not done Ice Cave yet, while LordFizzleBeef has done Ice Cave.
And LordFizzleBeef has done ordeals as well. LordFizzleBeef is in go mode. He is ready to go, and that is what he's looking to an orb.
As soon as he is done with Earth Cave and lights that second orb, he is going to have the advantage over BrilliantAndInsane.
LordFizzleBeef has avoided all those encounters with the Spectres and Geist. He got very fortunate to get through it, because he had more encounters than Brilliant did. And he had a couple strike firsts, and he was able to get good turn order and get away from them. As LordFizzleBeef approaches Lich to take out his second Fiend, we'd also like to remind you that this coming Friday, June 2nd, right here on the Randomania family, is the Zelda Link to the Past Super Metroid crossover showcase match. Something very interesting. I've only had a chance to watch a little bit of it, but that's something I'm going to check out. It's at 5 p.m. Eastern, right here on the Randomania family.
It's a heck of a time.
Can Link use the Ice Beam?
Not particularly.
No? He can't roll into a ball?
Nah.
No?
LordFizzleBeef now going to hopefully translate that slab. After that, it's just a question of what he does first. Is he going to go do Mirage after going to Leafin, or is he going to go do C?
Yeah. Is Mermaids an option here? Does he want ribbons? Does he want that one? I'm thinking no. It could be Mirage first, maybe that bulk density of chests in the second floor.
Perhaps. I would still say go check Mermaids just in case, considering that you are missing all 3 ribbons. It does look like he is going to go to C first.
Yep, he's going to go to C Shrine. He's going to go after Kraken. Looking for exit.
Check the magic first.
Yeah, he's gonna check for exit too. Oh, no, he's got the white wizard. Excuse me. We didn't get to see if Exit is level 7 and on-rack. The value of Exit is plummeting for Brilliant and Insane, and he's...
In a bit of a rough spot.
Speaking of, could be able to use Ace Stun Locked. Sorcerers bringing us back to when we were kids with Dazzle and a Stun Lock, but they aren't hitting hard. 3 hits, 2 hits, no more than 5 damage, and they got Cremate though. Brilliant's gonna attack. He's gonna try to whittle him down, take him out one by one at this point. He's been darked, he's been dazzled. Cremate is in this list. If he doesn't do something fairly soon, those cremates are gonna start creeping up. Glance as well. Look out for that glance if that gets through.
Oh, this is a rough time.
He's up, he's gonna attack.
Well, it's one of them down.
1 down.
There's 2 of them down.
There's 2.
You.
Brilliant and Insane gets himself out of a jam. He's gonna heal up and he's gotta get out of here. If he perishes here and loses this time, it's gonna put him way behind.
That it is.
He's gonna use the same strategy. He's gonna try to take out the mages. They are not hitting hard. 1 damage. They're missing a lot as well. He seems to have some pretty high absorb, but now he's gonna use the mage step. He's gonna spread out his attacks. I think that's a good move. Now he's gonna attack for 258. So he's gonna get out of this fight too, it looks like.
And LordFizzleBeef finding the opal armor in the Middle-East Shrine.
The 2 things that he's missing, definitely the opal bracelet from Earth. He skipped that. So Brilliant and Insane does have the opal bracelet, whereas Lord does not. And we are pretty sure the defense sword as well. So those are 2 small differences in the both players right now.
And Brilliant and Insane is out of ice. Oh boy.
Ooh. Let's see if he stops up and translates that slab as well on his way to the northern continent. We're nearing the hour and 20-minute mark. The average time has been right around an hour and a half that I've seen in a lot of practice seeds. Hour 30, hour 35. Some of our top tier players are going right around average of 120. So as a player at this point in time, when you hit that 120 mark, you might want to be getting a little bit nervous, kind of, don't let it get to you. You want to kind of figure out where is their opponent at this point in time, because we're getting there. We're getting towards crunch time.
Brilliant and Insane translating that magical slab. As LordFizzleBeef is going to go and see how badly Kraken is this seed.
Kraken hits for 150 and puts asleep the ninja. Lightning 3, and he's tempering the knight. Nothing too scary yet. Eight hits for 50 damage on the knight from Kraken. Again, not too scary.
Yeah, nothing super bad this time around so far.
Quad X from the Black Wizard takes down Kraken. The 3rd orb is lit for LordFizzleBeef. He's on his way to Mirage Tower and into Sky Castle. Does he stop off and does he look for the... Where are these ribbons, chat? Does anyone know where they are? Are we going to even find any?
Chad has been saying that there are going to be ribbons in the sky, so we'll see where that goes.
Are we going to... Are our runners going to check them, though? Would
I'd
you
say
Google?
Brilliance is going to check him, because he's been checking almost everything in his way through.
He has been, yeah. And he just had that scary... He's had that scary encounter in Ice Cave as well. That might have made him a little bit nervous. If you go into that Temple of Fiends Revisited with all those shuffled spells and scripts and skills that those fiends have, it's Warmech Carry 2, Tiamat 2, Lich 2, Kraken 2, and Chaos. All their stuff is shuffled. You could have the Ink Skill coming at you 10 times. You could have 2 nukes coming at you back to back. Nuclear, Swirl, Tornado. You just don't know what's going to come. There's also Ice 3s, there's Fire 2s, there's Fire 3s. A ribbon can really save you in one of those fights. There's also Zap, there's Quad X, and going in there with no ribbons, it's dangerous, I guess. Risky might be a really good way to put it.
Well, it all depends on where those ribbons are and if our runners actually happen to find them. Oh, Brilliant and Insane can make it across that really nasty giant encounter where they just crack constantly.
LordFizzleBeef gets right through it. He knows they have crack. He saw that in the minutes of power. He gets through the first one. He's got another one, and there it goes. See, now here we go. We just talked about this. Up pops crack from the giants, and 2 light warriors gone in an instant. That's how important those ribbons are. Here comes crack again, and there goes the black wizard.
Looks like Brilliant and Insane is going to route in ordeals possibly before going into Mirage. I like this routing decision.
I do too.
Ordeals, does this entire part of the area in one fell swoop.
I do too. Yes, I think that's a very, very good idea. Unrunnable Red Ankleos. Again, LordFizzleBeef gets right through it. He's going to move on. He's going to get his chime. Brilliant Insane just picked up his chime, obviously, but he's that loot behind. He's got to get through this ordeals, and he's got an entire sea shrine to do. So we're getting close to this could be LordFizzleBeef's race to lose. If Brilliant Insane pops 2 ribbons up that LordFizzleBeef misses with the use of the defense sword and the opal bracelet, that could be a potential equalizer.
That is a potential thing that could happen. Another potential equalizer could be which runners check which chests and how dedicated they want to go for that ribbon. Or for those multiple ribbons if one runner only gets 1, if one runner gets all 3, and possibly saves themselves from a really poorly timed crack or a quake or all of that.
A zap, a quad X that could pop out of there. How about a nuke? Who knows where that is? The thing is, LordFizzleBeef, if he felt that he had this type of advantage in time, he would definitely stop off and check a lot more chests to try to get a ribbon, no question. But he doesn't know that. The question is, how good does he feel about his Light Warrior party going in Temple of Fiends Revisited when he goes to Mirage and the Sky Castle, and how many chests that he's going to check?
Oof, LordFizzleBeef getting smacked again by those Kraken Giants.
That's right. Sorcerers just popped up on Brilliant and Insane side, and anyone who played this game as a kid in the original game, you never like seeing those sorcerers pop up. We all know that. Brilliant and Insane is checking those chests. He wants that ribbon. Yeah. He is not going to bypass them.
LordFizzleBeef is going to head over towards the Mirage Tower. And he's bypassing chests. He's just going straight up.
He skips floor B1. This is the one I would check. The second floor. I personally, I've always had good luck in this floor. But we'll see. It's a very experience-rich fight. 5 wizard mummies and 4 regular mummies, and he go ahead and he bypassed that as well. Him doing that tells me he's, as Maya's saying in chat, he might be getting a little bit antsy. He wants to get this over with. He wants to get the Tiamat and take him out.
Now the question is, what happens if he runs into a Warmac?
Warmac? Whew. Run. I would run from War. I like taking Warmac fights. A lot of people like to run from them. Sforzondo, I think you're in chat. I think you're a Warmech fan of taking Warmech. In this case, I would run. You never know what he's got. He's got all those shuffled spells and everything. It's just too dangerous at this point. Considering we're nearing that hour-and-a-half mark, I want to get on with it.
Yeah, I'd be a little worried at this point. Maya, they're praying for a Warmech.
I would think Lord Fizzlebeef might stop off right before the teleporter level and check the 4 chests on the west side. And maybe there's something in there. I've personally had good luck with those as well. Maybe something can pop up. Because he doesn't have the defense or the opal bracelet either. So I would think that he'll probably at least check those.
And isn't he gonna go check those?
He is.
And
Nothing.
doesn't find much.
Mm-mm. Here we have the 4th floor of Sky Castle. This is Edgeworth's favorite new feature in Final Fantasy Randomizer. It's going to be rolled out sometime soon when it's live. Actually, it is live at this point. We randomized the teleporters on this floor. Edgeworth is a big fan of it. He promotes it all the time, plays it all the time. There he is. Warmech.
And
Ooh.
Lord Fizzlebeef's going for it.
Oh, and down goes his ninja right off the bat as Warmech ambushes him and he runs away. Oh boy. Lord Fizzlebeef is in a conundrum right here. He did. Oof. I don't think he knows what just hit him.
I'm not sure he does either.
Alright, Lord Fizzlebeef gets a chance to strike first. He's going to go ahead and run. He's looking to move on and get to Tiamat and take him out. Now that we've seen Warmech and he's out of the way. His heart rate's probably down. He's probably relieved by now, I would think, hopefully. BrilliantAndInsane picks up his cube, takes a look down at his watch, and he's ready to go. At the 127.5 mark, he's in go mode. 2 more orbs to light before moving on to Temple of Fiends. We still have not seen any ribbons. That could be a deciding factor, Poogle. It could be if Brilliant finds 1 or even 2.
No, that does bring up a good point. Were the 4th floor teleporters shuffled?
Correct.
I'm not certain that was supposed to be something there. Same with the Warmech.
Yes, it is the first day of the 2018 spring tournament. We're still working a few kinks out here and there, but what we just saw with the patrolling Warmech and the Sky Teleporter Shuffle, our understanding is that those are not options that were live here for the first round of the Swiss tournament, so we certainly apologize to Lord Fizzlebeef and Brilliant and say we're going to take a look at that as soon as we possibly can, actually, to go ahead and correct that. Those are going to be things that are increasing difficulty that we have come up more than likely in our bracket stage or somewhere later on in the tournament as the field goes down and we make that more difficult on our players. And look out, we got sorcerers against Lord Fizzlebeef. Don't forget what they did to Brilliant earlier.
And Lord Fizzlebeef is going at Tiamat.
He gets away from it again. Is that Brack? Is he losing some Brack strats?
Could be.
Looks like it is. Dual Brack shots. The first one comes from the Black Wizard, is ineffective. Tiamat leads out with Ice 2. Another Brack shot from the Ninja, no good, and 123 from the Knight. Let's see how Lord Fizzlebeef continues. It looks like it's going to be Brack.
Oh, damage poison coming out.
Damage poison from Tiamat takes out the ninja, and 2 hits for 2 damage from the Red Wizard of LordFizzleBeef. He's going to heal up right now. He's not doing too much damage with that Red Wizard. He's going to rethink his strategy as he fires another blast from his Red Wizard. Broken into pieces. Tiamat's down. 4th orb is lit for LordFizzleBeef without any ribbons at this point in time. What is he going to do? He is ready to enter the Temple of Fiends Revisited.
I'd wager he's probably gonna go buy some things, buy some things, make sure has his levels right where he wants them for Temple of Fiends Revisited, and he's gonna go straight in.
So it's a 2-go mode dungeon lead, and actually plus a little bit for LordFizzleBeef here. He's gonna stock up. He's gonna do a little bit of shopping. He's going for it, Poogle.
That he is, Will. He is going into Temple of Fiends Revisited.
Let's go ahead and take a look at the time here. He's going to house up. He's going to save outside. He's definitely going to give us at least 1 shot. He's going to get some information. Something's going to happen here. And LordFizzleBeef enters Temple of Fiends Revisited at the 1 hour 31 minute mark. Let's call it that.
And looks like BrilliantAndInsane is still just going to go around checking chests.
That's going to put BrilliantAndInsane behind time-wise. Is LordFizzleBeef leveling with all those ribbons?
I think he is.
That might have been why. That might have been why he checked his magic just recently, to check his warp charges, to see how many he had and see what level he wanted to go to. It looks like he might be targeting the gas dragons here. That's a good sound strategy if that's what it is that you choose to do. 3,000 experience from 3 gas dragons. He is grinding.
He is definitely going in on these gas dragons. He does have 2 houses from what I remember seeing in his inventory, so he might be wanting to save some warp charges, get some levels, come back out, and then go back in. Because from what I saw, he's only hovering around level 1920 going into Temple of Fiends Revisited.
And this is also
low.
Yeah, it's 20. He just got to 20 across the board, essentially. And this is also definitely a byproduct of not having those ribbons. His armor is good otherwise. He's got some good, flame armor. He's got the Aegis shield. But level 20 is fairly low. How high do you think he wants to go, Poogle?
Without ribbons, I'd say at least level 23, 24.
Yeah, I was thinking 24, maybe even 25 or 26, actually. Because I would be so nervous. But again, we're at the 1 hour 32 minute mark, and it's showtime. You got to make your move soon.
Looks like he's just going to take any fight he can get.
This is a pretty good fight to get as well. 3 mages and a fighter. It's not quite as good as the 4 gas dragons, but he's going to mow them down in experience. Once again, we'd like to thank OPT Lawyer for being our restreamer tonight here on Randomania. Did a bang-up job getting this new tracker going, and just getting us up and going from our technical difficulties with Twitch. You did a great job. Thank you very much.
Alright, that looks like LordFizzleBeef's last house, so is he gonna go in and just take her on for it now?
Go in, take some fights, get some information, hope to squeak through? Perhaps?
Maybe.
One of the questions that we had earlier in the stream was, what is randomized? One thing that we didn't talk about is enemy unrunnables. And in the Temple of Fiends Revisited, a whole lot of enemies were unrunnable. Here's one right now, the Phantom. He can cause a lot of trouble. And you know it's coming, but sometimes you can't even stop it. The Phantom is runnable. It's been shuffled.
Thorhammer right before going into the lower levels, or I guess most higher levels of Temple of Fiends Revisited. So that's nice to see.
That's good. There's some packs on the water floor. Should something happen, should something pop up that's unrunnable, maybe that he didn't see in the original Sea Shrine, yeah, that Thor's Hammer could come in handy. This fight right here, the 2 Frost Dragon with the Frost Wolves fight, is unrunnable in the original game. He just got 3 of them in a row. And so you can see that Lord Fizzlebeef is just kind of whipping through. He's running from him, so it makes the Temple Fiends Revisited, some would say easier, and here's a 4th one. So some would say easier, some wouldn't say that, some would disagree, but it's definitely conveniently faster in this case.
However, it does mean that a lot of those fights that you would normally be taking and getting levels off of, you're just not.
That's correct. You are not getting that. What did Lord Fizzlebeef end up at 22? I don't think he's even there.
No, I believe he's around level 20-ish.
Yeah, okay. That I would consider that a little risky. Perhaps even bordering on the dangerous side of things. He's not taking the 6 Green Medusa fight. That's an experience-rich fight that's quite easy. He's going to go ahead and he's going to pass on that. And Green Medusa's giving him a little bit of fits here, just kind of annoying him. But it looks like he's just going to try to make his move. So we'll see how it works out for him.
Oof, and they have Frost.
They went from annoying to straight up very annoying.
To be fair, having the Knight have life 2 at level 1 is kind of nice.
Burning through some heal potions already, but he has the full complement that he started with. He's in the 70s right now, so far so good.
Oh, Lich having Cure 4. That's
Well,
just mean. That does give our runners a bit of a time limit when having to deal with Lich. Oh, to be fair, already did.
Again, information for Lord Fizzlebeef. There's only 1 Cure 4 in there, and it's out of the pool, so he learns that as well. That's not coming up on that jerk Kraken 2, or obviously the ultimate final boss, Chaos.
Look, we're just not going to talk about Kraken 2 having Cure 4, okay?
All right, we won't be doing that tonight, or ever again. Carry 2 next on dock for Lord Fizzlebeef, as Kraken 1 is being taken. BrilliantAndInsane takes on Kraken 1 using the white shirt and some Bane strategies. He's going to try to take down Kraken.
Yep, does look like he's going for the Bane Sword strats.
Lightning 2 from Carry out of the pool, making little scratches into Lord Fizzlebeef with a direct hit on the ninja, knocking him down to 1 knee.
And Quad X is going to take her down, as Brack is going to take out the Kraken on BrilliantAndInsane side.
Quad X on Carry 2 and Brack on Kraken at the same time. Very, very...
We have Brackened the Kraken.
Lord Fizzlebeef moves onto the water floor. I didn't catch any of the water encounters or any of the Gray Shark Wizard Sahag encounters, but it looks like everything should be runnable around here. He's going to try to get through that. I believe that's the 2nd Fiend that Lord Fizzlebeef has Quad-X'd.
I believe so.
Mm-hmm. Good use of that spell.
Now, upcoming is the ultimate final boss. Ooh, with a 4 water unrunnable. That's no fun.
Okay, that's what we talked about. I didn't see this earlier. We didn't catch it, but these things can hit hard. They've caused a lot of trouble and a lot of runs in this game over years, and you know they're coming, but sometimes you just can't stop it. They are fairly susceptible to ice spells. As you can see, Ice 3 does most of the damage, and Lord Fizzlebeef takes out those waters, but there could be more coming.
Meanwhile, BrilliantAndInsane is checking every chest he comes across. He really doesn't want to go through without having at least 1 ribbon, it looks like.
Chat was making some calls on this. They think they know where the ribbons are, but it's just not happening. They could be in the Temple of Fiends Revisited. They could be on the carry floor. Very possible. LordFizzleBeef's burned through about half of his heal potions, a little bit under half. He'll be in the 40s by the time he heals up here, and he's going to take on Kraken too, starting by putting his knight in the lowest slot.
Oh!
There we go. This is exactly what we talked about, Google. Bane right out of the gate from Kraken 2, poison smokes and terminates 3 of LordFizzleBeef's light warriors. He's down to his knight. He's not giving up. He's going to keep fighting. But another crack from Kraken for 425 has his knight down to a knee. Oh, and he gets him out!
Kraken 2 is down! Oh, and he does have the magic charges for life 2 for all of his party members.
Life 2. He got the levels, he got the charges, he got out of Temple of Fiends Revisited, he used the house, and now he's back to full health.
That is one clutch killing of the Kraken.
That is
my goodness.
Out of nowhere, he survived with 26 hit points left. His knight took out Kraken 2. That looks like it was LordFizzleBeef's plan. If it was the worst case scenario, which you talked about, whether it was Zap or Bane or Quad X or whatever it was, he had a plan. He got through it. Can he finish the job?
We're gonna see.
BrilliantAndInsane, he's right along. He's thinking it now too. He's taken some levels. He's taken some levels on the Blue Dragon. He same thinking. He's got to get some of those in order to fight something like that just happened to LordFizzleBeef.
Thing is, though, not sure if BrilliantAndInsane's gonna have enough time.
LordFizzleBeef's ninja is down, but he planned for that. He's thinking about his next move. Well, he's gonna raise some more evasion. He's gonna cloak himself as well from Tiamat's potentially very hard hits. .96 from Tiamat. The cloaking is working. His plan is being executed very well. Ink shuffled in from Kraken. Kraken and Tiamat are two apparently buddies. So the ink spell pops out, and 380 from the knight.
BrilliantAndInsane is checking all of the chests along the way. Blaze coming out from Tiamat.
Tiamat's bringing the heat. Blaze from Tiamat. Let's see if LordFizzleBeef looks for heal 3. He is going to fire off heal 3 from his red wizard. He's going to try to, and he gets it off. LordFizzleBeef struck Blizzard. Okay. Down goes the red wizard. Tiamat is fighting back.
And he quad X's Tiamat too. There we go.
Erased and terminated quad X again from LordFizzleBeef. Takes down yet another fiend. He is just steps away from the Chamber of Chaos.
Let's hope he doesn't run into wizard vampires along the way, and he does not, thank goodness. Luckily, no wizard vampires are going to rain on someone else's parade.
No vampires. They got me. Wait, we'll go right at the end. So, we're in the same vampire club. It looks like LordFizzleBeef is going to do a very similar strategy on Chaos that he used on Tiamat. He's put his knight in the bottom slot. He's going to go ahead and... Is he firing Brack? The white shirt for the invisibility close from the red wizard, obviously, but Chaos has fasted himself right off the bat.
That's not fun.
See, if he had the defense sword, that could be something here that he does not. He does not have the defense sword. BrilliantAndInsane does. Chaos has fasted himself. Let's see if he goes to his spell list, or maybe his skills, or if he goes for a melee attack.
looks like Lord FizzleBeef is going for the Brack strats.
Dual
Oh, nuclear! Ow.
Dual shots of Brack are no good, and Chaos fires out nuclear after fasting himself. We might have a game here. 3 hits, 44 damage from the Knight. The white shirt.
Gonna be rough.
Oh, the white shirt has been used and used and used. The Knight attacks for 119. Heal 3 is out. That's going to help a lot with that nuclear that hit. Chaos hits for 200 on the Ninja, but the Ninja fires off an Ice 3. Puts a little dent into Chaos for 60.
Looks like he's given up on those Brack strats.
4 hits, 51 damage from his main damage dealer, the Knight. However, 2 more heal 3. Uh-oh. Chaos brings out Stop and paralyzes 2 of Lord FizzleBeef's light warriors right now. Fire 3 comes out, and here comes trouble. His Knight is the only one standing, and down goes the Ninja. Lord FizzleBeef's Knight is just not doing enough damage. He's getting 40, 50. If he crits, he's nearing 200. But he has got to make this happen soon.
Chaos, though, is going with... Oh, and there's... Ooh,
nuclear!
So
nuclear pops around again! Down goes the Red Wizard!
Oh, no! No, Lord
Chaos.
FizzleBeef's party goes down!
Oh. Chaos takes out Lord FizzleBeef's party after one heck of a battle at the 1 hour 46 minute mark. What is he going to do? Lord FizzleBeef says, "Where's the beef? I'm Lord FizzleBeef. I want some more." He's going in. He's going after him again.
He's not being perturbed. He's going straight in. And here's the thing. BrilliantAndInsane is taking... And he's found a ribbon.
He's got the defense sword. The opal bracelet. Is there another ribbon up here, maybe? We might have a game here, folks.
Thing is, BrilliantAndInsane is leveling up, is checking all of these chests.
We've been so encompassed with Lord FizzleBeef. My apologies to BrilliantAndInsane. We don't know if he got the dragon armor. We're just not sure where exactly that he's at right now, but we might have a game here. We know that Chaos fasted himself right off the bat. He's got 2 nuclears. You're going to have to attack him fast if you think you're going to take him down. And the Bane. Look out for that Bane if you don't have ribbons.
Unfortunately, BrilliantAndInsane is going to be a little upset when he finds out what's going on here.
Yeah, I don't think BrilliantAndInsane expects this feature that we didn't expect here at this point in time. We certainly do apologize for that. We're working on it. Okay.
Well, he didn't run into the patrolling Warmack, so that's fine.
Yeah, he got right there, so... Okay, as he's on the Bridge of Destiny on his way to Tiamat. From what I remember, Lord FizzleBeef quad X Tiamat. He quad X'd everyone else here. He's going to get some levels right now, by the way. It would be fitting if he went out and went after Chaos and attempted to finish him off with a quad X.
Oh, speaking of the Warmack, though!
Oh, here we go!
It is runnable, but BrilliantAndInsane is gonna go for the Warmack!
He's gonna fight him, absolutely. Warmack does ambush BrilliantAndInsane, just like he did Lord FizzleBeef, but he attacked with Lightning too. He did not do the melee attack. He did not knock anyone out. 150 nuclear. There's another one.
Does not kill his party, though.
BrilliantAndInsane spent a lot of time getting up here, and spent a lot of time getting levels and getting those treasures. If he goes down to Warmack, that is big trouble for Brilliant, and he just got back in this race.
To be fair, he's got 3 people with life, too.
Do you run here? Do you run at? Do you get away from him? You tried it. You're hurting. Fire 2 from Warmack.
Nah, I don't run here.
Okay, you're gonna try to finish him off. So is Brilliant.
And he's down.
Oh, that's huge. There's the levels right there. Multiple levels on multiple light warriors. He's got the life 2s. Poogle, hand.
Here's the thing. He's got a white mage. He's got X-Fur that he bought. Ooh, that's rough. 4 unrunnable red Hydras.
Now, Brilliant and Insane is right around the same levels as LordFizzleBeef is currently, as he's getting levels. He's a little bit behind. So we got a couple minutes here to finish off time it, fill up your heal potions. Maybe he has to do some shopping. I don't know. Is there a new? What is his plan? But we got a race here.
Here's the thing: Brilliant and Insane doesn't have to go and grind levels in Topher. He can just go straight in and up for it.
Yeah, and that's exactly what Brilliant and Insane will do. Poogle, we've played enough with him. We know exactly how he plays. That's the exact strategy.
And he could very well X for Brack strategy, X for Brack Tiamat.
He loves his X for Brack. He does, one of his favorite strategies. Remember, fans of Randomania, fans of Fantasy Randomizer, this is just the first day of the Swiss round, and look at the match that we've got here. LordFizzleBeef and Brilliant Insane putting on a wonderful show, duking it out, trying to get their first win.
He is also going to go for the quad X strats. Has not tried to X for Tiamat just yet, which I agree with considering he still has charges of Fade left. Oh, yeah. And there comes the damage poison.
LordFizzleBeef didn't have too many problems with time at. Now might be a good time for that quad axe. We know it'll probably work. Let's see if Brilliant Insane goes for that strategy. He's gonna heal.
Sound plan.
LordFizzleBeef
is gonna go for the magic strats.
LordFizzleBeef is leaving Temple of Fiends Revisited. I would think it's just to save. Perhaps grab a house or two at this point.
And Tiamat is down for Brilliant and Insane.
The fourth orb is lit for Brilliant and Insane. He's ready to go to the Temple of Fiends Revisited and take his shot at this very interesting final dungeon. We
still have a race.
We got a race. There's no. We're talking a minute and a half here, maybe 90 seconds, would be my guess. What is LordFizzleBeef going to do? Is he going to take even more levels, or is he going to make another move? Given that he's got a lot of information, he's going to take levels. That opens the door for Brilliant and Insane. We could high five. Everybody's going to the party, have a real good time real soon in the Temple of Fiends Revisited on day 1 of the Final Fantasy Randomizer 2018 Spring Tournament. I can't wait to see what happens here.
And he's going for it.
Trance and Thunder Gas Dragon slowing down LordFizzleBeef. Now, what do we have here, Poogle? We have one ribbon, it looks like, for Brilliant and Insane, right?
One ribbon on the side of Brilliant and Insane.
Where are we going to put that? Is it going to the White Mage?
I'd put it on the White Mage.
White Mage?
I don't know where it is, though, exactly. I missed where he put it on the party, so that's going to be an interesting thing to see.
He's looking for another ribbon in the locked Temple of Fiends chest. Could this pop up in the upper right-hand corner?
I don't blame him.
He knows we're nearing 2 hours. He knows something's going on. So he's going to risk it. He's going to take a little bit more time, and he's going to check out these 2 chests. He wants that ribbon. He wants it badly.
I don't blame him.
No luck for Brilliant and Insane? He resets.
Knowing that there's no ribbon, he's going to go into Temple of Fiends Revisited. And I don't think he's going to level grind. I think he's just going to go for it.
The 2 differences that we talked about, it was about an hour ago when we started that conversation. Brilliant and Insane went to the Titan's Trove, picked up the defense sword that casts Roost. He's used it already. Also, he's got the Opal Bracelet. That was in the off chest over in Earth Cave on the vampire floor. He's got that. Lord Fizzlebeef skipped it. He is now ahead. Brilliant Insane has taken the lead on Lord Fizzlebeef, entering the Temple of Fiends Revisited right around the 1 hour 54 minute mark.
He is gonna pick up the Thor hammer. He's going for it.
Is there any way he takes even more time and checks the chests on the carry floor? I wouldn't think so. It's Brilliant and Insane. He'll probably go to win this.
That would be an interesting dilemma.
Mm-hmm. So the tide is swung here. Brilliant and Insane is technically in the lead. He's got great gear. He's got the spells that he wants, but he's got the key. He's got the ribbon, defense sword, opal bracelet. These are some pretty key items.
Oh gosh, Lord Fizzlebeef though is grinding up some levels in the Gas Dragon, so that'll depend.
Boy, the Frost Wolves and Frost Giants are really giving it to Brilliant and Insane. They didn't give it to Lord Fizzlebeef. They're on the same encounter table from when Lord Fizzlebeef went through this earlier. He's going to get a couple more of these. And Lord Fizzlebeef didn't have any problems with them, but Brilliant is.
And Lord Fizzlebeef ran level 24 all around. He's going to warp out, save, and then run back in.
Okay. Level 23 with all those Banes, all those Nuclears. You might need more levels without a ribbon.
He's going for it.
He is. And he's running. Okay. So Lord Fizzlebeef is about to take out the Phantom. Brilliant Insane's about 2 floors ahead of him. Oh, no, excuse me, 3 floors ahead of him. He's going to take this fight. There's a little bit of a difference. Now, Lord Fizzlebeef, he's going to run from this fight. They're probably on the same encounter table. Brilliant Insane's going to take out these 7 green Medusas. He's going to get some pretty good experience from this. That could vault him up a little bit more as well, but it's going to cost him a little bit of time. It's going to bring Lord Fizzlebeef ever so closer and closer in this great matchup.
So it looks like Brilliant and Insane has put the ribbon on his red wizard.
Okay, yeah, that was a question chat for Falconic. I didn't see it either. Thank you, Pogle. Nice catch. Lord Fizzlebeef that's closing in on the Earth floor. With a hero run all the way through. Nothing stopping him now. What a run. He's almost caught up to Brilliant and Insane now.
Brilliant and Insane's going to take the opportunity to just use that opportunity to heal his party up, and he's going to go straight into Lich 2 now.
It looks like Lord Fizzlebeef might be on a different encounter table. He might not have hard reset from his previous trip through here. He might not have liked it. So it looks like they're on different encounter tables. Now, Brilliant and Insane's on the original encounter table for when Lord Fizzlebeef went through this, I believe, from what I can see. Lich is down. Brilliant Insane is onto the fire floor. Lord Fizzlebeef is hot on his tails. He's going to take Lich out real quick.
Oof, but Brilliant and Insane is taking some of these encounters, or this looks like he's prepping to take some and prepping to not take some.
Both runners.
So close.
Oh, man, look at this. Poogle, we got a match. At the 1 hour 59 minute mark, both players on the same floor in the same corridor, high-fiving on their way to carry 2.
Oh, this is close.
Lord Fizzlebeef retakes the lead. He's the first one to the Fire Fiend.
And looks like Brilliant Insane is going to take good use of that defense sword.
It's going to take time. He's going to use it. I like what he's doing. He's using the cloaks. But it's going to take that little bit of time. Lord Fizzlebeef has the advantage of some information. Boom, there goes Quad X, erased and terminated. There goes Carry 2. That's an advantage that Lord Fizzlebeef has. He's been through this. He knows what's going on. That vaults him into a little bit of a lead again.
BrilliantAndInsane's taking this a little bit safer because he just doesn't know what happens to be coming.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Lord Fizzlebeef knows all the things. However, BrilliantAndInsane might have a slightly better chance of surviving if one of those really rough, like, nuclears comes out, if a nuke comes out.
Right. We know Brilliant and Insane is on Lord Fizzlebeef's original encounter table track. There wasn't too much in there, the waters being unrunnable. There was at least one fight of that, but we didn't see any ambushing by vampires on the air floor or anything like that. Nothing that caught us. It was just the fiends causing trouble with poison smoke.
Oh, that Bane was a heck of a thing.
Oh, that was awful.
Now, BrilliantAndInsane having that ribbon means that that's not going to be as much of a problem.
That's right. It's only a 3 in 256 shot that poison smoke can get through that ribbon. We've all had it happen here and there, but we'll take those chances and then we'll take those odds. Same strategy from Lord Fizzlebeef as he moves on to take on Kraken 2. Is he going to use the same strategy? He's using Temper in the invisibility cloaks. He elects to keep the Mazmoon on the ninja.
Well, at least he only lost 2 people this time and not 3.
Bane from Kraken 2 right out the gate takes out 2 Light Warriors this time. He's got the Mazmoon, he's got the Excalibur going against Kraken. He's going to attack him physically, and down goes Kraken 2. 2 life 2s, and Lord Fizzlebeef, much quicker than last time, has moved on. He's going to move on to the air floor. Fugo, what do you think about leaving that Mazmoon on that ninja in the front slot with the Excalibur on the knight? Would you give the Mazmoon to the knight here?
Depends on how much I would want the knight to stay alive. If he's going to put the knight in the 4th slot like that, I would give the Massman to the knight just in case, and have the ninja focus on doing some black magics.
Kraken 2 has returned on Brilliant and Insane stream. He does not know what's coming. Kraken 2 is going to try to fire out pretty early the Bane spell. He's got the ribbon. We believe it's on the White Wizard. Or excuse me, on the Red... There's Bane. Just... Bane only takes out 1 Light Warrior. It's the White Mage of Brilliant and Insane.
That is a lot more of a pleasant circumstance than the other time.
Wow. Kraken 2 and Tiamat 2. At the same time, the defense sword again being used by Brilliant and Insane. He's attacking with the Mazmoon wielding Thief for 345 and a critical hit.
Yep, buffing up with that defense sword. Looks like he's had enough of that defense sword going up and is just gonna now heal his party up and smack Kraken.
Tiamat 2 and his Absorb. He's only taken 36 damage, but a critical hit from the Knight did come through at a little over 200. But there goes the Red Wizard.
Go. Kraken 2 goes down.
Kraken 2 is down again. Both of our players in this match are on the same floor. They're on the same battle. It's Tiamat 2. A lot of people call him the gatekeeper to the Chamber of Chaos. Both players are going to try to take him out. Lord Fizzlebeef has a little bit of an advantage. He's got knowledge, and he's got a little bit of a time lead.
Depends on what strategies both of our runners are going to try and use. I'm curious as to any of the Brack strats are going to come out.
Quad X from Lord Fizzlebeef erased and terminated once again. Time at 2 goes down to Quad X. He's going to go ahead and move on. He's just a few steps away from the Chamber of Chaos yet again, right around nearing the 2 hour and 5 minute mark.
Looks like BrilliantAndInsane is going to not do the quad X strats. It's just going to continue to hit Tiamat with everything that he's got.
And Fade, Ices.
And Tiamat 2 goes down.
BrilliantAndInsane makes
He's
a
gonna get to the Chaos floor as well.
LordFizzleBeef is checking his menu. He's checking his weapons. Is he going to move the Mazmut tonight? This is slowing him down just that little bit. That little bit of advantage is being neutralized right now. If BrilliantAndInsane wants to go ahead and get to Chaos first.
He's going for it.
Switching his party members.
Oh
LordFizzleBeef
my gosh, they're going in the exact same time!
initiates the Chaos fight at 2:05:26. BrilliantAndInsane is there at 2:05:27. Wow, what a match! Both players on Chaos right now. LordFizzleBeef's a little bit ahead. He's casting Temper, and he's using his white shirt for his invisibility cloak. Remember last time Chaos came out with Fats that we saw? He's also got Nuclear. He's packing. He's got multiple Nuclears.
Here's the thing. LordFizzleBeef is sticking to those Brack strats seemingly, and BrilliantAndInsane is not.
No, BrilliantAndInsane has no interest in Brack strats against this Chaos. Fast from Chaos against BrilliantAndInsane does come out first. Brack, no good to LordFizzleBeef against Chaos.
Something brought up in chat of what if neither of them survive, and the response was, we cry.
The white shirt's getting a good workout. Defense. The defense in Ruse has been used very well by BrilliantAndInsane to protect that light warrior. Brack again from LordFizzleBeef, no good.
Only one party member stopped by Chaos on that. Oh my goodness.
Stop from Chaos and LordFizzleBeef gets 2 party members stunned. But another Brack, no good.
LordFizzleBeef is determined to get this Brack off. And oh, there goes the Nuclear.
Chaos is bringing the heat. Nuclear from Chaos takes out LordFizzleBeef's ninja. Ink from Chaos on BrilliantAndInsane. I gotta think that Nuclear is coming. Brilliant, does he see it? He's casting Saber on himself, but is Nuclear in the bag next?
LordFizzleBeef is determined to get this Brack to work.
LordFizzleBeef is down. Black Wizard's on one knee. His Black Wizard's gone. He's down to his knight. He's stunned and paralyzed and down.
Oh
no! LordFizzleBeef is going back in yet again. Fire 3 from Chaos on BrilliantAndInsane.
Oh,
Expert
is going for the Expert Brack strats. Expert does not hit.
Can BrilliantAndInsane make this happen? A critical hit, no good. 4 hits, no good. Lightning 2 from Chaos. Just annoying. It's not going to hurt him that much.
Thing is, if a Nuclear gets thrown out at this point, he's going to lose at least one party member.
BrilliantAndInsane's going for Expert again. No, oh, Chaos has a nuke in the arsenal from Chaos, but Lynn is still standing. Heal 3 again. What is Brilliant gonna do? He's gonna attack.
For it.
Chaos with a physical melee attack misses 2 in a row. 8 damage from Lynn on Chaos. 4 damage.
No!
Oh!
It goes down!
A hidden nuke that LordFizzleBeef never originally saw, and down goes BrilliantAndInsane. We're back where we started Boogle.
I think he may have just hard reset as well to reset the encounter table.
What a match!
And I believe, as I said, what was put in the chat, what happens if neither gets it? We cry.
Yeah, I guess we're crying.
I can't even.
Tristel, welcome to the chat room. Always a pleasure to see you. Yeah, this game is whew. Uh, we don't know how many hit points Chaos had. We know Tiamat's got really high absorb. We know Carrie's really annoying. Waters are unrunnable, and there's one ribbon that has been found. Now, both runners, they're going to go at it again. I think this is the right play. This is what I would do. Poogle, would you do this as well?
I'd go straight back at it.
Okay, that's what I would do as well. Now, if I went down again, what I would do is I would go straight to the mermaids. I'd say, okay, I've been beaten. Obviously, my opponent's having trouble here too. He probably took a similar route to mine. Maybe he skipped mermaids, as both of them did. I'd probably go to mermaids and hope for yet another ribbon. Even though, I mean, it's not going to help you against those nuclears and those nukes, but it could help you against that stop, get you that extra turn. I would also change my strategies as well. The X for strategy for Brilliant and Insane, it didn't work. Do you try it again? Do you move on? Do you go after him? The Brack strategies from LordFizzleBeef, I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to do as much damage to this guy as soon as I can to try and take him out before that nuke comes out. Because I once learned from a very great runner of this Final Fantasy game that an enemy cannot hurt you if it's dead. And that's how I would take out Chaos.
This is where you and I differ slightly. I
Okay,
would just more. I would keep going with the Brack strats, especially if my opponent has been having this much trouble. Considering that at this point, I'd be panicking. I'd be going, "Oh no, what's going on? Why is my opponent not done yet? I'm
Right.
running out of time." And even if it isn't working, I'd hope to just get lucky and Brack Chaos like that.
Now, are you talking X for Brack or both?
If I had extra available, heck yes, I'm trying to get extra hit.
You're going to try to make that happen. We don't know how many hit points this Chaos had. He could have been on his last legs. He could have been just had merely a flesh wound. I don't know. But we know he's packing some serious heat. Fast, nuclears, nuke. Who knows what else is in there? Who knows if he got some skills that he didn't even use? Brilliant Insane takes out Lich 2. He's onto the carry floor. LordFizzleBeef healing up. He's a little bit ahead, if I'm not mistaken, in round 3 for LordFizzleBeef, as he just took out carry. So he's one full floor ahead at this point.
This is... I can't eat. Oh my goodness.
Once again, we'd like to thank Tyrannex for doing all the tracking. He gets to sit back and eat his popcorn and ice cream. I know you like ice cream, Pukul. And watch this as well. So we'd like to thank you again for taking care of all the tracking here. That's got us in this great match to this point. Round 3 for LordFizzleBeef, round 2 for Brilliant and Insane in the Temple of Fiends Revisited.
Oh goodness, I would love to have some ice cream right now for this shenanigans.
Zardia is pointing out something in chat here. And it's legitimate, it's viable. He wants Vorpal strats. The critical hit rate on the Vorpal could be a potential option. It's something to consider. Whether or not these players do that, I'm not sure. But it's definitely something that you should factor into your consideration if you take another wipe in the Temple of Fiends Revisited.
That's fair.
And the question Fuchsia Fantasy pointing out, we talked about it a little bit earlier, LordFizzleBeef with the Maz Moon on his ninja. Is he going to move that to the night? Is he going to try something different? Again, both players on the same floor in the Temple of Fiends Revisited. LordFizzleBeef's slowing down a little bit. He's taking his time just a little bit more. We know that Bane likes to come out from Kraken. A melee attack takes out his Black Wizard right off the bat.
Oh, 6 unrunnable waters. That's not fun.
Down.
And Kraken 2 is down on LordFizzleBeef's side.
Critical hit from the ninja. Takes down Kraken 2. Each and every time LordFizzleBeef moves on to this, he gets a little bit faster, a little bit more efficient taking out these fiends. The problem with Tiamat, one of the problems with Tiamat, other than him being Tiamat 2, is he's got a pretty high absorb. And damaging him has been a problem. Let's see if he continues his same strategy, or if maybe he tries to fire off some ice 3s or something to loosen him up a little.
Brilliant getting hit with some very encounters one after the other. Oh, that encounter's doing a bit of a number on him.
It looks like Lord Fizzlebeef is doing that. He's attacking a little bit more directly, trying to knock down, get through that absorb with lightning 3s from his wizards.
Now, chat's bringing up a good point. Lord Fizzlebeef hasn't even seen the nukes come out from Chaos.
I thought they both got nuked on the last round.
No, Lord Fizzlebeef got hit with nuclear.
Oh, that was just nuclear. Okay, my apologies. I thought the nuke came out on both of them and took them both out. I think it did. I thought it did when Lord Fizzlebeef was on his last legs. I thought, someone please correct me, but I thought it was Nuke that took him down, and then Nuke came out against Brilliant.
I thought Brilliant took 2 of them.
I don't know what our runners haven't taken here. Crack, giants, poison damage all over the place. Everything's been thrown at him in this game. Quad X, erased and terminated. Lord Fizzlebeef takes out Time at 2 with Quad X. Again, he's going to see him in his nightmares.
Oh no, the wizard vampires!
Again, it looks like a different encounter table for Lord Fizzlebeef. He gets away from those sneaky little attacks right before the Chamber of Chaos. He's onto Chaos. He's healing up. Let's see if he adjusts his strategy at all, if he uses the same thing. Let's find out.
Now, I'm actually going to see if I can keep track of how much damage Lord Fizzlebeef does to this Chaos. 'Cause I'm curious to see how much health this thing has.
Kraken, after casting Rub, an ineffective Rub on BrilliantAndInsane, goes down. BrilliantAndine's onto the air floor. The echo of the floating castle on his way to Chaos. Lord Fizzlebeef with 90 seconds, maybe, of a lead, and he's the first to Chaos. Let's see if he can close this out.
Let's see what we got here.
202 damage from the Knight. What a match. Can Lord Fizzlebeef, it's the 3rd time, can he take down Chaos as Chaos comes out with Fast on himself? He does not have a Cure 4. We have seen the Cure 4. We believe it was on Lich 2. That is not an option here that Lord Fizzlebeef is going to face, and he knows that. We are not sure if BrilliantAndInsane knows that.
Well, hopefully it's going to be 3rd time's the charm.
199, 200 more damage from the Knight. Proactively healing is Lord Fizzlebeef. He's going to try to keep that HP up. Gigantic melee hit from Chaos does not take down the ninja. He looks like he's going to try to get at least one more turn out of him. We know those nuclears are coming. $190 physical damage against the Black Wizard, and a heal 3 gets off after it to try to counteract Chaos's attack. Brack is no good from Lord Fizzlebeef.
No more Brack charges on the ninja.
There's the stop. Paralyze the Red Wizard. BrilliantAndInsane is on. He's on to Chaos. Steps away from catching up to Lord Fizzlebeef with nearly the same information. We know that nuclear is coming up. It's a skill. There's stun. No good. Free round, 300 damage from the Knight. Red Wizard is still stunned. The Mazmoon wielding ninja nets 60, and a fire 3 from Chaos does some damage to Lord Fizzlebeef.
Meanwhile, BrilliantAndInsane is heading up to Chaos himself.
BrilliantAndInsane's on Chaos now, too. He's right behind it. He's right behind them. Chaos with Lightning 2 does not take out any Light Warriors, but he's got them down on one knee, even lower. LordFizzleBeef bringing up more Brack. 367 from the Knight is good enough. Chaos is terminated. Congratulations, LordFizzleBeef, winning this great match here in day one of the 2018 Final Fantasy Randomizer Spring Tournament with an official SRL time of 2 hours, 19 minutes, 22 seconds. Chat, he earned it. Get out your GGs and let this guy hear the congratulations.
Oh boy.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
What a match. LordFizzleBeef takes down Chaos as BrilliantAndInsane is on Chaos. 2 hours.
And does get the X for off.
Take it, Boo.
Oh dear. What is he gonna? He's going for the zap strats. He's gotten X for off, and he's going to see if he can get Chaos down in this manner. Oof. Knight has been stunned, but the rest of his party is looking relatively healthy aside from his ninja.
Has X4 hit?
Boy,
is Chaos defenseless?
X4 has hit prior.
Come on, Brilliant. Bane from Brilliant, ineffective.
Oh boy. Going for the zap. Oh, and the white mage is down. Oh dear.
Another ink from Chaos. Brilliant wants this. He wants this zap to go through. Ineffective.
Going for the Bane sword. Oh gosh, that paralyze is doing a piece of work. It's no longer paralyzed.
BrilliantAndInsane still fighting Chaos. Bane again, ineffective. Nuke.
Oh no.
BrilliantAndInsane, what a run. BrilliantAndInsane, he's gonna go ahead and end this night and this seed. BrilliantAndInsane, you made a great run. Congratulations. Congratulations to LordFizzleBeef for a great show here on day one of the Swiss tournament. BrilliantAndInsane's gonna go ahead and throw the towel in here. He's gonna go ahead and relax. So, wow, what a game.
Oh my goodness.
We're going to try to get both runners in here for an interview. I'm working on that right now.
That was a seed.
Is that a LordFizzleBeef I hear?
That is.
LordFizzleBeef,
How are you feeling?
Confused, depressed. There was just so much that went wrong in there. My peninsula of power grind constantly interrupted by crack giants. That made me frustrated. That was probably the worst thing about this entire seed.
Third time's a charm, LordFizzleBeef?
Mm-hmm. I got lucky with his rotation. He didn't nuclear me, which I was kind of dreading.
Yeah, from what we saw, it looked like he had 2 nuclear skills. And then the nuke came much later. Fast was obvious. You saw that in the first round.
Yeah.
Oh boy, what was going through your head when you were grinding levels in Temple of Fiends you visited? How long were you willing to keep going on that with the gas dragons?
Until it worked, or until I saw that Brilliant finished. One of the two.
Speaking
I basically
of which,
set levels for myself.
Speaking of which, BrilliantAndInsane, how are you feeling after that?
I got war mech'd.
Sometimes we all get a little war-mech'd. BrilliantAndInsane, LordFizzleBeef, great match. This was a great show that you guys put on. We'd certainly like to thank you for that, number one. But let's talk about the elephant in the room. Where were the ribbons, guys? Where were they?
somewhere.
I found one.
That's right. Lord Fizzlebeef. Now, third time's a
Oh,
charm.
no.
You were in Temple of Fiends Revisited. You got him on your third time. You guys were both on Chaos at the same time. Your second run coincided with Brilliant and Insane. You were you both talked to Chaos, and Chaos came up within 1 second of each other for your second run and your first run. Brilliant. It was insane, and that's when we found out that Chaos had nuke. Now,
He had 2 nukes.
he had nuclear. He had a partridge in a pear tree as well, along with that. The ribbons, guys. Brilliant and Insane. You kept checking the chests. You did. You actually found the opal bracelet. It was in the off chest in the earth cave, way to the right on the vampire floor. Lord Fizzlebeef, you didn't have that option. He had the opal bracelet. And also, Lord Fizzlebeef, you skipped the Titan's Trove.
I did.
Yep.
I thought
Brilliant
about
Insane.
it later, but I decided not to go back for it.
Brilliant and Insane, you did not, and that rewarded you with a defense sword and its ruse casting ability. And then, like I said, you kept checking the chests. So in that time that you kept checking the chests to get through Sky Castle and take out Tiamat, that was Lord Fizzlebeef's first run, right there. And it netted you that 1 ribbon. We're not sure where the other ones were. We know that neither of you went to mermaids. Now, Lord Fizzlebeef, congratulations, number 1. You entered Temple of Fiends right around level 19.
Mhm.
You knew right then and there you had to grind, so you went to the gas dragons. You went in, had your tough first run, then you went some more. What was your cutout? What did you think to do? After knowing and having all that information, what did you want to grind to, knowing Brilliant and Insane was close behind you somewhere?
So when it didn't work the first time, I figured, it was a predictable result. Like, it's very rare that you can kill Chaos at like level 20, especially when you don't have like Power Gauntlet or anything like that. So I figured I'd grind to 24 or 25 whenever I ran out of resources next, and then I'd slam through again. And if I hit like a hard brick wall, I figured I'd grind up to 26 or 27, but Chaos felt beatable. I felt like if I just tried a couple more tries and got lucky with dodging stuns that I could get there.
If we were still going on this amazing race right and you didn't make it through on that third run, what are you going to do? You going back for a fourth one? You going to give it another go? Would you consider mermaids? Would you consider going looking for ribbon or more levels? What would you have done?
No, I was done looking for chests at that point. It was more levels or bust.
Levels or bust is what it takes. Brilliant and Insane. How about you? Had you gone ahead and continued on and had Lord Fizzlebeef not been able to finish, you would have just gone after it again.
I would have, because on that second run I landed extra on him. I just couldn't get the Bane Sword to work for me.
Oh, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Lord Fizzlebeef, you used a lot of Brax on Chaos. All 3 incarnations of your fight with him. That third time, when it hadn't worked, you know it's a low probability, it's a low percentage play, but you were going to go for it, and you stuck to that strategy. Did you consider using other methods of putting dents into Chaos to try to take him down?
Not really. The Thief with Mazmian Wax was doing negligible damage. His spells would have done negligible damage. At that point, it's Braxtrats or bust.
Backstrats or bust. You both went for that. You both went to try to take down Chaos with some sort of, I guess you could say, elimination spells. And Lord Fizzlebeef, I was getting ready to start making notches in the wall quick with how many times you quad X'd a fiend. I think I must have said erased and terminated 4 or 5, who knows how many more times I would have said it had you continued to quad X him. So very good use of the quad X strategy against the fiends. Tie him at 1, tie him at 2. And actually, Brilliant Insane, you went for that a couple times as well. I think one of them worked.
Yeah, I got Kraken 1 with Brack.
Going back to the early game, Brilliant, we'll go with you. The early game was a little odd. Bicky the Pirate gave the rod. Then when you had the ship, did you think that potentially, before you saw the floater for sale, obviously, knowing the floater was canoe locked, did you think it was possible that Sarda had the canoe or something along those lines, that the canoe was who knows where other than Crescent Lake? Did that factor into your decision at all, knowing that pretty much the canoe actually it pretty much had to be in Crescent Lake? But did that factor in that you might have to do some weird things to get the floater before you saw it for sale?
Not really. Early game, you just kind of go with it and see what you get. And as far as the canoe, I figured if the sages didn't have it, they would give me something else that I needed, and I could check the level 6 shops and then go dive Earth Cave again.
Yeah, you both made pretty much the same play. Originally in the game, one went west, one went east. You crisscrossed. You bought the floater right on the LordFizzleBeef. I think you had a little bit of maybe a minute or two advantage. And then what ended up happening was, LordFizzleBeef, you had completed the waterfall and the ice cave, gotten the loot, and what was in ordeals, excuse me, the loot and the
The
cube.
loot was in Ordeals. The cube was in Waterfall.
Right. Well, BrilliantAndInsane was still checking a few more chests along the line. That's what allowed him to get the defense sword and the opal bracelet. So you had a little bit of a lead there at that point. But Brilliant ended up going ahead and finding that extra ribbon, which we thought maybe might make a difference. But with nuclear and nuke, a ribbon is tough. What about that Bane? That Bane that came out from Kraken 2 on your original run, LordFizzleBeef. You had it set up. We were discussing how you were going to deal with a potential problem like that, whether it was Bane or something along those lines. And it looks like you planned for it with the Life 2 charges. Is that what you planned for?
It's that sort of. Well, I had two characters capable of throwing out Life 2 charges. I wasn't terribly concerned about random death spells as long as one of them survived, but I was sweating bullets something fierce when I saw 3 of my 4 party members go down at Kraken 2.
Okay, yes, I understand. Well, I think that I don't see Poogle right now. I think you're at this point. So let's go ahead and move on here. Congratulations, FizzleBeef. 1-0 here on the first day of the 2018 spring tournament. Any final thoughts?
Everything seemed about what I expected and feared. I hope it will be better next week.
Okay, congratulations. Brilliant and insane.
I just hope not to have a rematch with Warmack again.
That's right. We're looking into a few of the things that may have gone on with this seed. Our apologies again as well. And let's see, we'd like to thank Tyrannex for all the tracking and all the popcorn and ice cream eating while you get to sit back and watch this great show. OPT Lawyer, Randomania, thank you. Thank you for the opportunity for us to exhibit our great community and our great game. This was a great exhibition on the first day, on the first day here of the tournament. Czar, thank you very much, Tournament Administrator, taking care of everything, making all of this happen. We'd like to remind you that the next race, let's see, I believe it's tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern, I believe. We'll get you a link in chat. It looks like Zardy's putting up right now. These great runners, LordFizzleBeef and Brilliant and Insane, they worked for you. They gave you a great show. Go ahead and get out there and give them a follow. OPT Lawyer as well. Tyrannex, our tracker, great job. I'd like to remind you that my favorite match that's going to come up, number 7 Split Punch versus number 6 Fuchsia Fantasy, 8 p.m. Eastern on Speed Gaming, Saturday, June 2nd, our other broadcast partner. And also Trenton against Papa Fouise, Friday, June 1st, 9 p.m. Eastern. It's right here on the Randomania family of channels, the battle of the 2 former broadcast partners. That being said, my name is Will Cleosis. From me and everyone at the Final Fantasy Randomizer community, thank you very much and have yourself a wonderful evening. Team Steak.